going live, going live. No viewers yet, going live, going live. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Go play. Go play, dude. Go enjoy it. I don't usually get a chance. All right. Search Piazza. Boom. We are live. Share. Boom. We're live. That's me on the other stream. Whatever. It's working. All right, guys. Like and share. Like and share. We will start in 4 minutes. Share, 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 please. Everybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. You guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. Everything good? Like and share, like and share. 3.5 minutes, we will be live. I'm just going through my messenger, getting this out a little bit. We go from there. Separately. Can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. I think you guys can probably hear me. Where else can we share here? Live in 3 minutes, folks. Let's go to a group. Let's share it there. Where else can we do it? Boom, boom. Colorado pool players. Sure, Texas pool. All right, guys, we have this week and one more week left in the round of 32. We are starting in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Adriana, thank you. Isabel won the last match, guys. I just had somebody text me. I think the final score was 8-5. I walked in the door. It was 5-5 because I had to play a little pickleball this morning. We got 120 seconds. I got to get Captain Scooter in here so I can do the drawy thing. I think that's the proper terminology, the drawy thing. Here we go. Like and share, guys, please. All right, guys, we are live in 90 seconds. 90 seconds. All right, guys, after you're done with your live, all right, guys, we are lagging and we are going. We have Sandra Corp. Anybody that plays on the weekend tournaments knows why we call her Sandra Corp, because she lets the dice fly in the Calcuttas. And Scooter, he's coming in. We're going to try to keep the IT guy out of here. He's got a game. Boom, and then we have the annotation. Lara, I don't think I played on her team at Mirage, but I saw her every week for a few years over at the Mirage. That's where I used to play nonstop. His husband, Scott Carter on the rail. Kim, she comes down for some of the tournaments, but she's a regular at the Mirage. And Heather, did Heather win? Yeah, Heather won. So, I mean, we're 1 for 1 on the Mirage crew. And here's the second Mirage crew coming up. All right, guys, I'm just taking some drinks out of here from the last commentators. Then we have two matches here tonight, guys. We have Shania and Renee. Renee's husband has to come in the booth, so he'll come in the booth a little bit with me. And then we have Khalees and Mary Trujillo late night. Here we go, 0-0. Round of 32. One more week left after this for the opening round. That's a great break. The 8-ball snuggled up. I don't know about you guys, but that's where my eyes goes instantly. I'll go 8-ball. Which balls play the best around the 8-ball? And then I'll start looking for some problems. And then if there is a problem by the 8, is there any balls that play well to break out the ball? This is a little bit funny because there's nothing that really breaks out the 8. I guess the 11 does a little bit, but you got to do a little draw. So I guess my plan here, when I'm looking at this rack, if I play stripes, is going to be this path here. Like this with outlets. So that very first shot, I probably would have came here because I want to handle my problems immediately. So I want to get that angle, and I want to get it pretty quickly if I can. Oh, that's a good angle right there. Take it now. This is perfect. I think she's steep enough. But this is what I want. Just like this. Because if you click the 8 right here, like this, you have that 11 outlet. The reason it was better a shot below, because remember the stripe was right here. So if you land kind of like on top of the 8, she shoot it correctly. Here we go. Good pattern here. And oh my God, she played it perfect. She played it perfect. I would have preferred one shot before, but I mean, she got on her problem ball. She attacked it right away. I love the choice. So if I'm here, I'm going to make one ball as solid, and then I'm going to use the 1 to make the 1 and then play safe. If I can do a slow spinner, I'm going to shoot this ball in, cue ball, slow spin here, and I want to be straight. I'm going to call safe. I'm going to make this ball, and I'm going to snuggle right in here with my cue ball. So instantly when I look here, how do I get the best position on the 1 to play safe is my thought process here. I'm not trying to get out. It's too demanding. I don't think most pros are favored. I mean, they're going to get out sometimes with a couple of those breakouts, but they got to get lucky. They got 2 balls trapped in there. Again, so from what I've seen the last few matches, most of the errors just come in the decision making early in the racks. Like, what's our real plan here? What's our realistic plan here? And if I can't get out, I want to keep my soldiers on the table. It's a broken record. You're going to hear it, or you're going to hear the word safe a lot. Play a lot of safes. She's going to take a whack at these balls. Little whackaroo. Oh, she just missed this a spot to get safe. If you can hit this one into that, of course we want to do this. Yeah. But be sharp with your cue ball here, like this, and roll in here snug. So we can do just a hair more there, right? Because now we give her an opportunity to break this ball out and make one of her trouble balls. So there, I want to be all cue ball. I want to freeze on that 7 or 11. I'm going to go forward, take the pocket, and I'm going to hit it in such a way it stays up. And then I'm going to come up the table here. I like the choice to make that ball. Well, let's be a little sharper with the cue ball. Good speed there. Good shot here. I think the 8 sneaks by. I think the 8 sneaks by here. Not sure. So what does that mean? That means we need a little bit of an angle on the 9. I can't tell if we have to draw this or go forward. But my thought process really is make the ball and have an angle. I don't know if that was on purpose. I think I'm probably shooting here. Maybe there's a safe available. There's a couple safes. You can bring this ball forward, block the pocket, come this way with the cue ball, or we can use this ball to play safe. I like this one a little bit more. I'm going to hit it. If I'm playing safe, I'm going to hit it into here and come here with my cue ball. But that being said, I think I'm going to try to get out here. It's like a little slow spinner. Oh, hey, good. A little slow spinner and got very fortunate. Maybe she planned to go into that ball. What do we do here? She's looking like a one-rail kick. We're going to have to juice a little bit of inside this way, I think. You might have to put a little bit of draw and dig this sucker in a little bit. Maybe she can get to it with a rolling ball. Rolling left. Yep. She did. Block a pocket. A little bit. All right. So here's our pattern. Again, so you always think playing 3 balls in advance, right? So what do we, to get to them, we want to be close-ish to straight in on our last ball. So that means we want a little angle here. So my self-talk here is do not get straight on my next ball. I don't want to be here. I want to be a little bit more like here. So I put a little bit of right-hand English, or I go 2 rails. Perfect. She almost got to this thought. That's how I think I play it. It's a little right-hand English. Then I don't have to worry about the speed and the inside English taking too much on the new felt. Just the outside English like that can just hold the line. She's going to be a little hampered here. This is going to be tough. Bear down and make the ball. Shape's probably automatic. So on shots like this, I really like to focus on center ball or top or whatever. Just do not, because the English, oh, I thought she made it. I thought she made it. I thought she made it. All right, here. If she's playing this ball here, I might take the 9 first for a couple reasons. One, my nerves are high, and I kind of like how the 13 plays getting on the 8. If it doesn't go in the corner, I just like being here on the 13 to get here. Then we play this shot. With the cue. Again, if the 8 goes in the corner, then maybe not. I can't tell what she's doing here. She's going 1, 2 rails. 1, 2. I mean, I don't, from here, I don't. We're going to find out. I could stand up, but it's too early in the match for me to get out of the booth. So I'm going to sit here. When it gets a little tighter, I'll get a little more active and stand up and go look at the shot. But right now, I'm just chilling. And, oh, bingo, it went in. Okay, so disregard everything I said. If I go in and look, just like when you're at the table, go look at the shots. I don't know if these guys were trying to get in or what. Are you guys trying to get in? Okay, cool. It's up to you guys completely. Good shot there. Yeah, if the 8 goes by like it did, I like playing the way Lara did. 1, 0. Lara. This is Team Mirage. The Mirage Killers came down. They're 1 for 1. Heather, Kim, and Lara. The Mirage. And then we got Sandra Corp. So I love Lara's choice at the beginning. She missed the ball. I would have done the shot before, but I really did like the shot selection. And as far as Sandra goes, I really like playing safe immediately. It's just too demanding. Man, these breaks are good. Okay, so I mean, the eight's wide open, so let's look at next. There's a solid trapped in the back. So just because of that, I might be taking stripes. But, so this is what I'm looking at here. Let me see. Okay, so she's taking this ball. Could be okay because the breakout might play easier. So if I play stripes, I'm trying to get on this ball and get underneath here to take care of these two balls immediately. But as played, which I don't know if I actually disagree with. I mean, there's a ball right next to this cluster to break out, and your opener was easy. So I don't hate the decision. I think I'm probably going to take stripes, but I'm a little more comfortable with taking this ball. But again, I like deviating sometimes when the pressure's high. Sometimes you hit the wrong shots. She wants to hit it off this ball. Okay, maybe. She wants to take it now. So I think rolling, I think this ball is going to come a little high. I think you got to stun it. Now, let's see how it came a little high here. So the principles still are the same. When the object ball hits this ball, it needs to be sliding. Sliding will create the tangent angle. She hit it with a rolling ball and or too thin. And that's why it came short there. All right, this is tough. I think I'm just going to try and take a pocket here. I'm going to call the 9 ball, take the 3. I don't know. This is tough. I don't know what we like here. 9 into the 3. Those other 2 balls play real tough. It's a small window. To get these other 2 solids off the 7, you kind of got to be here so you can play this line. So I like her choice. Make this 9 ball. Oh, like the choice. Choice is pretty good. This is pretty demanding. I'm going to let my stroke out here. Here, let it out a little bit. More of a stroke than like hit it hard. I see a lot of mistakes hitting balls too hard instead of stroking it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh, not Scooter. This is Patrick. This is me right now. Patrick Roy is commentating solo. I don't know who else is going to get in here, but I'm rolling solo right now. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Again, so you got to let the stroke not harder at you. Don't go for it. She looks at center ball. A little bit of right. Stroke, not hard. Maybe this is better. If she gets, I mean, that might have been better. If she lands right here, I mean, it could have been done. Oh, rail first. She's looking. So you see Shane Van Boning do that all the time. Like, so what you do is you use the contact point to the edge of the rail with your thumb, and then you rotate it, and you put that one finger on the rail. Kind of hard to explain, but maybe I don't play it her way, but maybe her way was better. I mean, if she lands on this rail, I mean, you can stun over because I mean these pockets are forgiving. You're not playing on the 4.5, 4.25. This is really demanding because you almost got to go forward with the inside to get another bank. But shoot to win. Oh, she did shoot to win though. There was a double kiss, but she shot to win. She shoots to win. She doesn't just make the bank and leave the ball here. She shot it in such a way that there was a reward. So kudos to that. Yep, little inside English. Get the 15 next. Okay, so we're all right. We're all right. So this whole rack is about this shot line right here. Okay, the 11 goes in two pockets, but when I make the 10, my whole rack is thinking about this shot line because everything else is hanging. This shot line is important. We don't want to be on this side of the shot line when we get on the 15 because then we're running into balls. We want to be close to straight in, and then it plays easy. But again, that's how I'm thinking. My whole game or my whole plan is about this shot line here. And again, I would have taken the very first shot, the very first stripe. I would have played a little bit of inside English on this ball here, and then just try to hit the 10. Oh, and she hit it dead. Perfect. Dead perfect. Rack solved. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no. She played safe. Okay. I mean, I like, if you're going to hit it that speed, I like just calling it because if you miss it and you hang it, that's fine. All right, guys. You're going to be in silence while I make this call. All right, there we go. No good. I mean, the eight's a little funny, I guess. Okay, I think she called safe again. Um, at this, I think in a 500 and under tournament, I think I'm probably okay with this. But some things. I don't think I'm ever making this ball though. I want some other ball. I want some balls closer that play a little better into the eight because now she can thin it and maybe get lucky. Again, like if I'm playing, I'm 100% trying to get out. I mean, we made a good shot here. Good shot by Lara. There's a little. I mean, I'm probably firing the spanking. I'm pretty confident that I can get my rock into here to shoot the strike next. But in this tournament, I don't really expect to see it. Good choice. I really do like that choice. Good shot by Sandra. Okay, can we put the 11 on the 8 maybe? Is that what we want to do? If the 11 depending on how this angle is. Okay, so if this angle sits like this, I'm going to play this ball here. I'm going to play good speed. If this ball is dead in the pocket, I am going to make that ball, and I want my cue ball here. And I'm just going to make them come with it to beat me. And she made this choice. Fantastic choice. Fantastic choice. So again, instead of Sandra trying to get out, she chose to play a safe, which I didn't necessarily agree with the safe, but I like to leave my soldiers on the table for outlet balls. When you leave it, there's no, at this level, I think everybody in this tournament can run three balls. So I like keeping these balls. Can I, you know what she's going to shoot. She's going to thin this ball, keep the balls close together, and come down table with the 8. Can I bring the 13 down to help? Can I put the 13 right next to a pocket? Okay, so this is tricky here. Because I mean, this kick's going to be available, and it's going to be a free kind of try if the 8 doesn't bank. Um, if the 8 banks, I'll probably try to get out here. But if the 8 doesn't bank, I'm bringing this ball up table, and I want it in here. It's going to be tough, too, because then the return kick is available, which is going to be tough. Okay, man, fantastic choice, though. So I feel really confident with this shot here. Really slow. If you foul, I mean, I don't know what she's trying to thin it. That's okay. That's okay. That might even be better. Under the pressure might be better. But I feel like I'm probably 95% to get a good hit there. So I'm going to try to win the game there. All things considered, I like the shot by Sandra, though. So we don't want to bring the ball on the other side of the table because the 11 hurts. Okay, these are great choices. I love this choice. Okay, so my decision is whether the 8 goes or not on the bank. Think she left enough. I'm not sure, though. I mean, this is going to be a tough out either way, even if she gives the ball in hand. But we don't want to move the 11. We definitely don't want to move the 11. Just a good hit spine. Do not make the ball unless you're trying to get out on the bank. Okay, she's going to try the bank. Like, I like banking this ball in the side from anywhere in here. And I have a real high percentage. Okay, so I can't tell if that 11 goes. All right, they'll get me standing up. She's going to play safe. Well, I'm drawing this ball. It sits good, and I'm going to draw back, try to draw back into here. It's really, I don't know. I don't know if it's too demanding. Tough spot. I mean, you have to come with it to get out. You can just make this ball. Just make this ball if you're going to shoot it and run into these balls. No wait. I think this, I'm not sure if this goes. If not, we kick it, right? All right, here comes the kick in the side. 39 viewers. If you guys could like and share. I don't know who's going to get in the booth. I might roll solo. I'm not really asking anybody. Love to get John Amos. I love when John Amos in the booth. Yep. This is the shot. Just good speed. And the cue ball did get a rail. The cue ball did get a rail. Okay. So we should scare the hole here. I don't think it kicks. So first, I'm going to check a natural line. Let me see. If she can't see an edge. Here's my natural line. 50 to 25. So we're just going to go in here, and then the next line might be 46. Oops. 46 to 23. I mean, you can put your cue over it. So we'll say 46 to 23 is here. But we need to come to here, which is 4/10. So we need to go 2/10. So I am aiming at 25 on the dot here. And I think I'm going to be, I don't know, if we set this up, I think I'm going to be about 50-50. So here, I think here's the go in. This will be a hair short. Hit right here. And gingerbread. I think she might have hit the spot that I hit right on. Good shot. I guess I have to use the fire button thing we have. Wow, dude, what a shot. Beautiful. That system that I was doing, guys, when I was coming up playing at the barrage, it's called 0x kicking or whatever, and it's how you make adjustments for different kicks. But that was fantastic. Find your zero, which basically whatever, the half angle that brings you to the corner pocket, and then make a small adjustment. All right, what a shot. I mean, that was a good game of 8 ball at the end. Should look breaking good. All right, 8 ball is. I don't know. I think I could probably make it work with stripes. The 5 ball stuff, I mean, I'm probably going to take stripes here. The 11 stuff, it ain't easy, but I'm probably going to take stripes. I mean, depending on how tough this 11 is, I might just go get this ball second. Just right here. Depending on how it sits off the rail or whatnot. If it's frozen, maybe not. And if it's frozen, maybe I take solids. But I'm probably going to take stripes. Every stripe's available. The 13 plays into the 9, 12 or 10. I can't tell the difference, guys. The 9-12 pretty nicely. The 8's got 2 homes. Not the biggest windows to get to. I don't mind this. Don't lose your rock. Perfect. All right. So the reason that I like taking these balls over here first is just because it's really demanding. I guess it's not really demanding to get on the 8. Maybe that's not true. But I like all these balls over here to get on the 8 a little bit better. But the opener would have been tough. So, I mean, she chose the ball. Here we go. All right. The problem with the 11, I mean, can we make the 11 and I don't know. If we can make the 11 and come here and then play this ball here for the 10. Man, those angles are terrible. Just missed it. It'll trick you. But yeah, I like this. Shooting that first just like she did. And then, wow. I'm going to have to go to get some annotation or whatever it's called, lessons. All right. Well, I'm probably going to let my rock go just a hair. Yeah, I'm going to play this shot here. Like this. I'm going to make this ball spin this way. I'm going to play for this zone here. This zone leaves this available, but it also lets me get this ball next if I want to. I don't know where this goes, though, so maybe I want to be straight in. Okay, she didn't roll all the way around, though. Different plan. Okay. So what do we want here? We need to get good on one of these 2 balls. Oh. She's stroking them in pretty nice, though. Yeah, so I think my plan would have been to be straight on this ball to get this ball, which leads to this ball. That would have been my plan for those 3. Now it gets super messy. Just make it. Don't worry about nothing else. Just if you beat the 10, you beat the 10. Oh, man, that was a confident stroke there. Okay, so I think I'm just going to make this ball here. No, I'm probably going to try to get out. I take it back. I'm going to try to get out. I'm going to go this way first and then get this one, then this one, and then this one. And then, I mean, we got to be pretty straight on the 10 ball. to get on the 15. But yep, this is the path I'd take. This one here. And dead perfect. So take your time here. Take your time here. Here's your shot line on this ball right here. Here's your shot line. I do not want to be on this side of the ball. I want to be straight in or on this side of the ball. This is the moneymaker side. Dead perfect. Perfect. So this is a little tight. So we got to get in here. Well, she made a really good choice. She didn't get on the wrong shot or side of the shot line. Or, oh, excuse me. I said that exactly wrong on the shot line, by the way. So she landed there. She's going into these balls. We want to be straight or slightly on this side, right? Because we don't want to be going to these balls. I think this gap plays better than this gap. And just missed it. She missed the gap. Sorry, guys. I had the shot line, and she shot it so quick, but we wanted to be on the other side of the ball. Because if we're on the other side of the ball, we have this freedom here. If we're on this side of the ball, now we have to slow roll it, and there's a little less room, and then maybe you have to play for this gap. So there's... I mean, listen, sometimes, I mean, you freewheel a little bit, but in racks, there's certain sides of certain balls that you must, you know what I mean, that you have to hit. Oh, no, she didn't call it. Did she? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, she's going to sit down. She didn't call it. Wow, these balls don't play that easy. Okay, so we have... Where can we be safe? I think we're safe here, in this area here. We got Chris getting back into booth. What's up, man?
Yeah, how's it going? Is she solids here, I'm guessing?
Yep, solids here.
Yeah, I'm liking that area for a safe. You just nudge off the 2. And,
yep. You just got to make sure this ball isn't frozen for some double clicks or whatever. It's a little close to the rail, so you got to put some spin on it.
And you don't want to drag it out either.
Yeah, I think she's looking at shooting the 3. I don't know if we have to do this, because this ball can click off the 6 and scratch. I've been pretty impressed with Lara's end game so far. And when I started this tournament, that's what I thought it was going to take. His end game choices was going to be who won. Where after seeing Deb May play, she played fantastic. And I think it's going to take a little bit more than that. She played a really high level, like probably 550 level.
Okay.
So I think we have an edge here.
She can. Another thing I like to see over here, she can definitely see the 8 ball, but I don't necessarily like cutting it to the right.
No. You can't cut it, but the bank is available.
Yes.
So this one here, you have to hit with a little bit of speed and a little bit inside to tighten it up. Maybe. Didn't go. All right. So another good choice leads to Lara being on the balls again.
I'd say this is very runnable. From here, this is a very runnable spot.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to roll forward right about here. I like getting a 7 next. 7 or 6, but I prefer getting this ball because then it opens up the whole rack.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, we want this as our key ball, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
That's what we're talking about. Is the beauty of the 8 ball we're talking about earlier is you have options, but that brings down a complication. You still got to make the right choices.
Yeah.
And if you fall wrong, then there's something to be said for changing that. Like, it looks like she's choosing the 3 over the 7 here. She didn't quite get up to the 7 where she wanted.
Well, that might have been her plan. We don't know.
That's true.
She let it go a little bit. I mean, I don't know how straight we are, but the 8 comes into play here if we go forward. Like, yeah, coming in here. Now the 8 comes into play a little bit.
You definitely, it looks like she's trying to get right up near the 8, kind of gauging that palm-sized area with her hand. You want to be a little more on top of the 7 to get down for the 6. It's all just walking it in.
Okay, so I don't know if we have to run into it. Inside English always makes it tough if you go with inside English. I think from this angle, I'm probably just gonna run into it, and if I land bad, I'll try to find something safe. But I think running into the ball, giving her a little nudge, is the right play.
Kind of push that 6 up towards you have a better chance to get to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is available. Come back down over here. I think the highest percentage for her to get out is just nudge it. Yeah, I mean, just stay down, put a little bit of draw, just give her a little love nudge.
Just a little up tap.
Yeah. Okay, so she's on tilt, hands in the air a little bit.
I think she's weighing the option with this bank shot she's looking at. Kind of let the cue ball drift down a little bit and kind of move away from the 6. But the cue ball can get in the way. It's a weird bank and it's a weird angle.
See, and Shorty got back.
That's the risk.
And it's going to be 2-1. I just think that we had a higher percent to win going into it. I mean, if the angle sat a little bit better and you didn't have to pinch the ball to the bank, listen, when you watch me play on streams, I like my banks. That was a big game. So again, the very first ball, we get a little bit out of line on the 7, you know what I mean? And the 7 opens up the whole rack, like open sesame. And she had basically ball in hand shape on the 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, 8-ball's tough sometimes. I mean, you think because you have all these options that you don't have to stay focused. It's almost more focused because you have more traffic.
Well, and that's where the one, with the options there, I think the way she had played it, once she had played the 3 rather than the 7 in the side, was definitely to go to the route she went, but she just had to get higher off that too. But then you have the 8 in play, and that's where I like you to take the 7 first. You don't complicate the rack as much.
Yeah, I mean,
risk that complicated shape or having to be more touchy.
Yeah, if we had the capability to phone down and ask her what she was thinking. But anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
You get out of line, get to the center of the table, get a little closer to the ball. Again, getting closer to the ball, more confident stroke, then you get closer to the next one.
Give yourself a few more options.
Because the 7 just played a little bit tougher in the side than the 3 did. Yeah. So if you make the 7 and then whatever. Onward we march. 2-1. That was a big game. Let's see what Sandra Corp does. Thanks everybody for tuning in. 52 viewers. Like and share, folks. Don't forget to tip the stream. I mean, you guys are becoming like 0.7 balls better listening to Chris talking here. You guys are going to be unbeatable. Like Bruce Willis, Unbreakable, Die Hard. Sorry.
That's something me and Tim were talking about earlier. Is we've been seeing a lot of ladies using a head ball break. They haven't been using the second ball break. And we've been seeing a lot more dry breaks that way. We're kind of wondering if there's a thought process there or if it's just the preferred way. Because I'm liking on these 2 tables. I've played on these tables quite a bit the past couple of weeks. They've really been liking the second ball break. I'm able to make the ball consistently on it. But, if it's just that consistency level.
Lara's been
just a break, so.
Lara's been breaking good. I mean, dude, I'm the worst breaker on the planet. That's why I won't play anybody in pool.
Just can't bring that break game to.
I mean, I'll work on it. If I ever have to gamble, I'll work on the break. I do like the head ball break on some of these tables, but I mostly break from the side.
Okay.
And I mean, the thought process is move the rock until you find somewhere
that it works.
Yeah, that works. Okay, so when I'm looking at this rack, all I'm thinking about is the 8. Again, these 2 balls that she's on right now are my last 2 balls. If I could, like, this is my end game pattern that I want. Is in a perfect world, this is what I want. I want make this ball, and I come up this way to make this ball, and then the 10 ball plays into my 8. So now it's just really demanding to get on the 8. So those would have been my last 2s. Again, I always like to work backwards on my racks. And I think about the 8. And those 2 would have been the key balls.
So those tough follows in,
Yeah, she's got a little straight. Yep. What's that ball underneath the 8, Chris?
6 or
6, I think. So I think we got to start with the 6. The 1's accessible enough. But again, so my thought process here is take care of this ball, and then this is my key ball. In my brain, this is my key ball. I need to get straight on this ball to get on the 1. I don't want any angles, really. So first is take care of the 6, and then I want to be straight on the 3 to get onto the 1. And I'm okay if you take the 6 then the 1, or whatever that ball is, the 3-1.
I kind of like going 6 and then bringing it back for the 3, just because that 4 ball's up on the rail.
Yeah,
I like to use the 2 to get to the 8, but if I don't take care of that 4 now after the 6, then
yeah. I actually like your pattern. I like your pattern here. You're talking about going here and then this ball, and then taking this line into here. Yeah,
because you can just kind of draw a touch right, and it drifts closer to the line of the shot with that 3 ball. I was talking, with somebody recently about that, and trying to move into the line of the shot is the preferred.
Yeah,
because you have a better chance of still having a shot if you overrun and run it.
Yep. Okay, so oh boy.
Oh.
So as played, like if you play a shot like that, then all I'm concerned with is this shot line, and I want to be on this shot line so I can get on this ball. That would have been my thought process if I took that rack. We're in a little bit of trouble now. Stay down and make this ball. Stay down. Okay, you broke out the 8 a little bit, unfortunately.
And 8 now has extra pockets to go to, so there's a lot more options.
Yeah, it goes in both sides, both corners. I mean, it might go in all 4 corners, actually.
With the distance I have from the rail with this, I can access all of that cue ball. There's options here. I mean, you can roll forward. Your weirdest shot on this table to get to is that 13. So if you can find a way to get to that 9 with a 9 on the side, 9 in the corner, that 13 just lets you naturally drift up to either side of the 8.
Yeah, I guess maybe I go forward and shoot in the side. I don't think so, though.
I do think I would prefer to come back, but the 3 ball is what makes that weird.
Yeah, plays big.
It's either that or I have to try to load this up or follow on the 12 personally. I don't like taking the 9 because of the angle hurt, but that's a personal comfort shot,
Yeah, this might play good. Can't tell if she's gonna run into this 13 or not. Okay, maybe that was. It looks like this was by design because she lined that up. I don't think she was gonna miss by that much. I think we did leave the edge of the 1. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I mean, if Sandra can make that 1, then there's the 3. The difficult part's getting back up table.
Does that 3 go? You can look right at it. Does it go
into the corner?
Yeah,
she could. Yeah, I'd say she could shoot up to that 3 in the corner. I mean, the side pocket isn't evident necessarily. I mean, you can just push that to the rail at the cue ball naturally come out. But if you push that 1 ball out, the 3 also goes in the side. It's finicky because of where the 12 is, so your high slice to land in is a little small.
High slice,
but nice little high slice.
High slice landing.
Yeah. If you overrun this thing, you're stuck with an extremely steep cut on that 3, which I don't like. But I think she's looking at the cut on the 3 up towards the corner, just because it's a little more comfortable, and it also puts distance between the cue ball and the stripe if you miss.
I mean, and it gives you a chance to go out because this ball is going to go like this.
Yeah.
So I'm playing this in such a way that I want to hit those solids on the bottom rail. And she did just hit it too hard, though. You know what I mean? She would have landed safe there.
She would have had options too if she made it.
All right. So I roll this in. You might need to slide a little bit. You don't want to roll too far forward. I don't know.
Thinking on the 12 or the 9?
The 9. I don't know though. Might be too steep.
If you roll it forward, I'd like to touch that first diamond on that rail there, because then I have full side on the 13, just an uncomfortable angle.
Oh, she went into it. Beautiful. That's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah. And this one, you can kind of play this as a touch shot, and then you just run that 12 up. You just have to leave yourself angled, because you don't want to have to run that cue ball all the way up to try to get to the side or shoot it down.
Yeah, I'm just. I mean, I try to hit this confident with a good speed, and I just try to hit this side of this ball here.
Yeah, use it to pull and push it out.
And then bring that to rock. If I get straight in, so be it. But I can't tell. It's hard to tell from here. If I need to go into that ball. No. She can get around it for sure. And she got too close to it. And they're frozen. And I don't think we can turn this anywhere. Oh, she had plenty of room. That wasn't going into there.
That was a lot of speed for that shot. Like I said, I like the idea of rolling forward because you could have rolled it forward just enough to shoot it up into the corner where it's looking now, and then you just stun it out for the
Yeah, I have. I mean, if it's the only thing available, cue ball here. I hate the back. You're good to stroke through. Let me just look at it. Did Sandra ask?
You got Pat going in to see if they're frozen. If these balls are frozen, Laura can just push through them without a double hit. That could open up her options. Frozen on those?
Yeah, those are frozen. So for me, this is just me. I hate back cuts. So I always like to play straight or on this side of the shot line. I don't like my cue ball here shooting a back cut. I mean, sometimes you have to, but
yeah.
All right.
Now it's just on Sandra to run this out.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play to get on this ball here. I'm gonna play to get here. I'm gonna go forward, tink, 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 and I have outlet balls or whatever.
Because all your work's on one half of the table.
Yeah. Okay, she did not do that. I don't know if that was on purpose. Let's see.
You can see the edge of it, but she might risk. It might risk a scratch, so it might be more comfortable to kick into this.
Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna 2-rail kick it. I think and call it in the side. Take this. Oh,
you might be looking at.
She's looking at this.
And the one rail.
Huh? Maybe that might be better. Dude. The second time, Lara made a choice that I think might be better. Okay, so look, here's your natural line. 100 to 50. When you go past, like these are just by tens, but once you go past, it goes by 20. Now this is 140 to 70, and then this is your 80 to 40 line. She's cutting it, but I thought she was about to kick it, and I thought her choice was better than mine. Again, I think it was better than the 2-rail kick because I think it played pretty natural into the corner, about a 90 to 45 or something.
Well, not to mention, if you make it, you'll have shape on the 8. If you miss, you have that 12 ball closer to the pocket.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you might block a pocket. So if you're ever just messing around, just practice these. Just practice the 2 to 1, the 30 to 15, the 40 to 20, 50 to 25, again, and all the way down to 80. Now this is 100 to 50. This is 120 to 60. And this is where it starts breaking down. Like when I start getting into here, I start changing by about 2/10. So instead of going like 140 to 70, I'll be going 140 to 68 type thing. But just mess around on your tables because most kicking comes from practicing those.
Yeah. It also kind of helps you learn the different rails on the tables, how the speed and spin can affect how wide or tight that angle is. You start with the basics, but then you work it out.
All right, well, as played, we're shooting the 1 as our key ball.
It's not deep in the pocket, not too deep, so you've got a lot of position play options off of it. I just for here is looking into that 2 ball, right?
Yeah, oh boy, she ran into it, didn't need to.
If she can see that 4, that's what I'd be taking right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Does this ball go past here?
I can see it looks like it does, but it's one of those like kind of touchy shots where you make sure you're playing it slow.
Don't freeze on it. What are you doing over there, Scoots?
Checking it out.
All right, doing some of that rambling, gambling. Checking in.
It's just making that 2 ball and making sure you can see the 4 afterwards. I'd say because it's just a soft cut. I would just roll this in with the 2 ball because a lot of people I've seen they play this with a lot of speed, trying to get 2-3 rails back and forth on the table to get themselves shape. I like just rolling it over, maybe doing 1 rail, barely touching the other, or trying to find a way to keep shape. So just do a touch of right, try to keep it tight coming off the rail.
All right, here's a general rule of thumb, folks. Do not move balls if you don't have to. We had this pattern here. There was a solid here, this ball here, and we had the cue ball here. And she chose to go here and run into it. Let's shoot this shot first. And
Looks like she was playing safe on that, trying to
and
hide the 12.
there might be a slow spinner here. There might be a two-railer available. I don't think this is available. Maybe it is. Three-railer might be available. The slow spinner might be available. And then the two-railer, I don't know if you can make the two-railer here.
Back and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of close. I shoot it a lot in one pocket, but I don't think she can see enough for any of those shots.
Yeah, the two rail Z shot. I think you'd have to use spin to get that to work. It's touchy.
Let's see here. What does she choose? Can we slow spin it? Is it a baby masse? Okay.
Trying to push the four out of the pocket.
Okay, so whatever we do not make a ball. Okay, so what's Lara going to do next time? Well, she's going to try to make this ball, leave her ball in the pocket, and leave the cue ball here. Okay, but she left it in the pocket. I don't know if she did that on purpose, but I like it.
Super easy to get to. I think the only caveat is the safety Laura has. She can nudge that 12, drop the 4, and try to hide that cue ball behind the 8. Yep, that's what she's looking at. That's what I like, right? Where, I mean, she's playing against a player. She knows her opponent enough. If your opponent can't jump, I play that shot all day long. And even if they can, I just try to get a little closer to the 8.
So that last shot that she had, I would have shot this shot. We were here. Instead of leaving it in that pocket, I like shooting this shot, calling this ball here, but I'm hitting it with like a lag speed and bringing my cue ball here. I always like to bring my soldier down to where my guy's stranded behind the stripe.
Be able to create a breakout ball.
A breakout ball, but we already know what Laura's going to shoot. Her next shot, she's going to knock our solid in and leave the stripe in the pocket. It's automatic. There's no other shot. So if we know our opponent's going to do that, what helps the most? And maybe this is more a one pocket thing where what's my opponent's next move? But it should be all variations of pool. Is what's my opponent's next move when I do it?
Yeah.
And you don't have to think 12 innings. We're not fucking calculating chess or something, but it's something we should think about.
Yes.
Is what is my opponent going to do? At least for one inning.
Yeah.
We're not doing like some weird calculation. But what's my opponent most likely to do next inning? My pocket's blocking her ball. She's going to make it and try to get safe. How can I protect that? Bring that solid down there by the stripe. Maybe then she can't shoot that shot, or we have an outlet ball, or maybe it goes in. You know what I mean? Because if you hit the left side of the stripe from where we're at, you have a good chance to get out. Here we go, 3-1. And gingerbread.
Heart of the pocket. Hey, Mandy.
I've been really happy with Lara's shot choice.
Yes.
So far. There was a couple good games last week with the shot with the safety battles and choices.
Yeah, they've definitely had some real good shot choices, and you're actually able to kind of see good processing there. Thought through what is going to leave me good options, what's going to give me a chance to actually run out. If I don't get to run out, where can I play safe to increase that opportunity?
Yeah.
And earlier we saw Mandy some great breakout safeties. They were able to move stuff around.
We got Mandi in here in the booth right now. She won her match. She said it was the toughest pool that she's played. Mandi, what made it so tough?
My mental game wasn't there. I just couldn't get it together.
You did get it together and win, so.
Yeah. I don't know. We both struggled with our breaks. Couldn't make a ball. If we did, we couldn't get the next ball.
Lara's been breaking good.
Yeah.
So what was the pressure you were feeling, you think?
I don't know. Probably haven't played really high level pool like this in a long time. It's been a long, long time. Like 15 years.
15 years.
That'll do it too.
I mean, yeah, I played league and we did cities. We got cities. Going to Vegas in 4 days.
Boom.
But yeah, I haven't been in a high level situation like this one in quite a while.
Awesome.
A lot has changed in my life since then, so there's a lot of distractions around. You can hear little whispers and you hear your name or your opponent's name in the background somewhere. I think it gets in your head.
Yeah,
Actually, Isabel and I were both talking about that. A lot of stuff was getting in both of our heads.
not easy. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people on the rail. There's whatever. I mean, it's hard. I mean, everyone's got personal lives. Everyone's got distractions and stuff. Who can find a way to just get in the box and only being in the box? And it's way harder to do than to just say it.
Well, then it's like when I play other places, it's different. But when I play here, I work here, so I'm constantly worrying about what's going on.
Yeah,
It's something I can't. I've never been able to put that aside.
Yeah, you got a left eye on the bar or whatever.
Always. It's a curse for me.
You can't forget that subconscious acknowledgement that you're on stream. There are people watching.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that. I really didn't even think about that.
Okay, so here, guys, I like a little tiki. While my ball, I have this corner ball. This ball's a little tied up. This ball's a little tied up. Yeah, she's looking at it. I like this little tiki. Call the little tiki. The 8-ball does have a home here, and then the 10 has something. But I like the free tiki here. We're not getting out, right? Unless we do something with this ball. So let's do something with this ball. Okay, looks like she just wants to take another pocket. But I like untying my ball while I have an edge in two different spots. If I'm stripes, I have an edge here. I have an edge here. Solids had a little bit of an edge here, but 9 still went, and solids has an edge here. So if we take care of this, and this ball goes, all of a sudden stripes become a big favorite. So now, again, same thing on the other side. Well, stripes did take this pocket over here. So now stripes has an edge here. But I'm just going to take this pocket while I can. I'm going to go like this. Make this ball, bring my rock down this way or whatever. Something like this, while this ball's trapped. While your enemies are trapped, solve some problems for you for the next inning. So it looks like she is going to shoot this. I mean, it's a big shot. Just a lot of times when you play safe, so you're taking a pocket, you don't bear down enough. But I'm telling you, bear down. Bear down in spots like that. Okay. Fantastic shot.
Now we've got line of sight. All Sandra has is that side pocket right there, that 10 ball on the side.
Okay, so what does it offer us, though?
Yeah.
Do we fly at it now? Because now we don't even know if this ball goes anymore.
So I would play safe. Even though that's there, it's awfully tempting to take that ball on the side because it's a ball you can make.
Yeah, and dude, it untied. I don't know if this ball goes here. Thanks for coming in, Mandi. Congratulations on the win. I don't know if this solid goes or not, but the shot she's shooting now should have been the last shot, but that's okay.
I think the trouble with that solid is, without getting behind it, I can't tell if it goes off the 10 or if it just goes straight into the pocket or neither. But now you've just tied up another couple balls, and I would say solid still has control of the table here.
Yeah.
You have more balls, and that's where, shooting whatever ball goes in the pocket is not always the best idea. You sacrifice your ducks, and then suddenly you have nothing on the line. No ducks in a row. You got nothing there to be able to run out or play safe.
Another good choice. She tried to make it. It was just a free shot. I love the choice. Okay. Now, there is no soldier to help this stripe down here. But there is a solid. So, I love solids here. Can I do I don't know if this ball goes. My decision is all whether this ball goes or not. If this ball doesn't go, I'm going to shoot what she's shooting here, soft roller, and just land on this bottom rail. Nice and... Oh, she went on the other. Oh, she's solid. My bad.
No, that was I think she was going to do what she said, hit that 14,
okay.
but she didn't get past that 7, or she didn't aim past that 7.
Again, does this ball go? Oh, I got to stand up. I'm not sure.
Like, the big question is, what do you shoot here? It looks like Laura's trying to solve that one ball. I would argue that it's the biggest problem here if that 6 goes off the 10 or even straight into the pocket.
I mean, if she's trying to get out, I think it goes.
Yeah.
Stun to the middle of the table and get it now. Get it second ball. And perfect. She did.
Look at that. So now we know it goes. The question is how. We're about to find out.
Yeah, either way, I mean, if I have to roll it into the 10, I'm gonna go get the 5 next. My 5 is my next headache. And then if I get the 5, I feel like I solved the rack. Okay, maybe not. Okay, but that solid does go on the other side here. So another tricky little spot for stripes.
On the big piece here is now that 10 is somewhat stuck there.
Okay, but
So-
then the 9 goes in the side like a fucking beauty, dude, right off
Yeah.
the 10 and solves it. But not from this angle. So if I could have, I'm trying to go inside here to get an angle here, and then I'm going to try to get back here. And if I can land anywhere, if I can see the 9, I'm going to make it in the side. Because it plays so big off those 2 balls. Oh, did she play that? Okay. Okay, right away. I just, if I can make the 9, I can't tell if that's a frozen.
It looks like it's right on just inside the nipple.
Okay, then
against the rail.
if I can make it, I'm going to make this ball. I'm going to leave my rock right here. I do not think that you can shoot the 10 off the 6 here. I think
that angle takes it straight into the nipple.
the 9's a little bit frozen too, so I can't really tell. Maybe we try to cut this into the 9 while that ball's tied up and just take a free shot at it. So, try to make it though.
I think she's calling. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the caveat though. Is now your 5 doesn't go in that pocket.
Yeah, but we just
But you can,
if our original plan didn't work, I mean, dude, I actually think we should probably get out still. I'm okay with the choice. She didn't land perfect, but these did go here, here, here. But this doesn't play very nicely getting on the 5. Maybe her choice is best. Her choice might get the money more often than trying to get out.
and Sandra's gonna try to make this off the 6, so it's gonna change that just a little bit.
Okay, so you gotta hit that ball fuller, and you gotta hit draw. You gotta hit draw,
Force it through the.
and it forces it through. But you gotta hit it fuller. You're hitting it in the face more, and you gotta hit draw to force the ball to go forward.
Great follow on the object ball to move it towards the pocket.
Yes.
Yeah, I've played one of those once in my life, once in my whole life.
However it is, just get to the middle of the table. Inside English. I don't want to hit the 8 probably. Okay, she went 1 rail. That's okay.
She's worried about making the ball there. The speed, she would have a shot after the fact.
All right, good chance to make it 4-1. Again, another big game. 3-2 and 4-1. Big difference here. Gingerbread. So I just don't want to be straight in. Give yourself an angle so you can just play the straight line up the table. Do not get straight in.
Use the natural angle to create a natural.
Just do not get straight in. A little flat here. A little bit flat.
With this, I mean, we've seen Laura be comfortable playing longer shots. She could just put a bit on it, try to just move it out from the rail, and let herself take a longer.
I can't tell if she can go like this or not. Or, I mean, you're on the rail, then you have to jack up. I don't know if you want to try to force stun it and jar the ball. But yeah, she got a little bit straight. Yep, she wanted the angle. She wanted to get close to the 8. So, like, I'm always trying to get steeper there. I mean, especially when you're coming from, like, a big table. You just want the angles.
Yeah.
The angles just help you move the rock. And the thing is she was conscious. She did not want to get straight. She went rail first to give herself an angle and still got kind of flat.
Yeah.
Um,
I think that was from Sandra leaning.
I mean, I want to try to get out there if that ball goes to the side. I can't tell, though.
I think it's stuck to the rail, but I can't tell if it's on the nipple because it might be blocked up into the corner too.
Yeah, if that's super. I love her choice if that's how it is, though.
Yeah. Force your opponent to try and bank ball.
Okay.
But if that 10 ball doesn't go anywhere, you still got to find a way to solve it. So the question is, do you play safe here and hope you can get a chance to get your opponent to give you ball in hand, and then you can find a way to solve it?
I mean, I have to look at it.
Yeah.
It's real hard. I mean, I'm trying to come back down here somewhere, but I can't tell. No, don't make it.
From what I'm guessing that she sees it going up into the corner.
No chance.
I don't think it does. I think it's stuck on
I
that.
thought she was calling safe. There ain't no chance. She's trying to thin. If it's frozen, it's real tough to get over here to play safe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a bloodbath. I don't know what I like here. I mean, if it's not frozen, maybe I can get down here And even if it's over here, it plays tough. And she did it, but too hard. Oh, she got a little fortunate. Little fortunate.
But I think it moved out just enough.
Yeah, still tough though.
Yeah, this is one of those shots that I love the shot where you're trying to draw past the side. I wouldn't try to push the cue ball down. Actually, she might be able to.
So guys, here it just adds, it just lowers your opponent's percentages. Just hit it with a good speed. Like if we called a timeout and we talked about it, I know that she would get a little bit further here. But every foot decreases whatever 3%, 4%, 5%, and if you get them on the rail, it decreases. Call it 20%. All these percentages add up. Man, I'm almost on like that movie with Al Pacino, Any Given Sunday. All these inches. That's the difference between winning and losing. But for real though, all these percentages add up. All your choices add up. You increase your percentages and you decrease your opponents.
Sport of statistics. Weighing your options. What gives you the best chance of getting another shot? What gives you the best chance of running?
And Gingerbread Man off the rail. Oh, what a big game, man. To make it 3-2. So making that ball or playing safe doesn't do anything.
Oh, and she missed it.
Oh my God.
Where's
Did
the
she
eight ball
really
going
block the
now?
pocket? Oh my God. Oh my God. Sandra, bear down.
That could be one of those where you sit there and like you land, almost straight in, and the only thing that goes through your head is like, oh, I got this. I shoot this straight in shot all the time, so you just get down and you shoot it. You don't actually no pre-shot routine, no stepping towards your shot, no nothing, no making sure you're on the right
I mean, dude, I don't know if it's an adrenaline release or what it is, but Tony and I were playing a set for $8,000. We needed 3 balls, and I chinned a ball, and we won the game. And like all my focus and everything was gone, and I hit the next ball into the rail, and Ruben runs 6 balls from there, and then all of a sudden they needed 3, so they make our ball. Now we need 1, and they need 3, and I mean I was just Tony ends up coming with a 6 shot to win, dude. But like for 8,000, all the hard work was done, and I let down because I already won, and I don't know if it was whatever it was. So I think she's gonna play this free gingerbread. Shorty got back.
It was a little touchy modified stop shot. Or not spot shot. Looking into it, I don't know. I'd play safe. I would just try to get that cue ball up towards that corner pocket there, up in that area, for Sandra to take a full table bank.
Yeah, get your rock down. Get your object ball down table though. Oh no! Oh, perfect.
Ooh, that's exactly it. That's the shot.
So put your ball by a hole though. That's beautiful because then your opponent can't just blah. So I don't even know if I'm trying to make this. I'm just trying to get my rock back down there.
Yep.
It's tough. Where's your rock? Oh, she got a rock down there. I think this is cuttable though.
Could be. If it's not, it might even be bankable. The bank is less desirable to cut. Either way, you've got that cue ball moving, high speeds coming off that to get it to move to the pocket.
Yeah, it's going flying.
So it's almost one of those where I would just try to get the cue ball back up into the area it is now and force Andrew to take another bank shot.
I don't know how you have to look at it for sure. It's really demanding to play safe, like slow roll it and come down here. It's just super demanding.
I'm personally liking pushing it the 6 towards the side and trying to get that cue ball to go a few rails, trying to get it back up table or into an awkward position.
But to get it, it's just so thin.
Yeah.
If you hit it full, I don't know. It's tricky. This is one I got to look at.
There's also, it's that risk shot, right? Like if you hit that wrong, that cue ball goes in the side, it goes in the corner.
But you can miss this ball too if you shoot it. If you're shooting to make it, very easy to miss.
Going for the bank shot into the side.
Calling a bank ski. All right, let's see. This goes in the corner with this bank. Oh no. And okay, her turn to get a little fortunate here.
And of course, I think the first 2 options will jump into the head. There's always the classic, just roll it down the rail all the way in the corner, which is what she's looking at. And then there's the one rail bank shot into the other corner. I think most people will opt to take just because it's something we're all more familiar with. But I don't think you gotta hit it. You don't gotta hit it at that speed. Now,
Oh
you get a little fortunate,
no! Oh my god, pool is so brutal. I mean, there's certain scenarios where maybe I bank that ball and draw it, but 98% of the time I'm shooting that ball.
Yeah.
Just a smooth straw, roll it again. Look. So you take your thumb. Here's your go in mark. Take your thumb here, and then you just rotate your finger to the rail, and then wherever your thumb was, right here. So then that means I hit these with a high ball. I think the system plays best with a high ball. Then you don't have to deviate. But I mean, sometimes you got to spin it or whatever. Oh, I think she went just a hair under. But
didn't miss by much.
Okay, I think I'm banking this ball with a little outside English. I'm gonna bring my rock down here. Unless it goes.
I think it goes, but I think it goes off the rail, like soft shot. You know, you walk this thing in with topspin, let the cue ball just drift on its own. You're more worried about that 8 ball just rolling forward at its own pace.
All right, here we go. Good speed, Sandra. Sandra's been hitting the balls a little bit hard. Like, if we miss, we want to take this pocket. Oh, she's hitting it hard. Oh, no, she's not. She took the pocket. All right, here we go. Bank, get your money. That's it. No other discussion. Bank and get your money.
All you gotta, at this point, all I'm worrying about is banking the 6, making it, just not touching the 8. That's it. I mean, that 8 will go pretty much anywhere on the table where that cue ball is going to land.
Yeah, as long as you don't city hook yourself. Yeah, I think I like banking it into this corner that she's banking it to. If this cue ball was like maybe in here, I'll go shoot it to the side. I wonder what pros would do. I shoot this shot good. Do they hit this in the corner? I don't know. Or the
Not to
side,
mention
I mean.
Which pro, too, because like a couple of them might take a different route.
Yeah. There would be a general consensus, though.
Yeah.
All right, unless, all right, 3-2.
That one, I'd say the speed on that is what got her into the rail. I mean, you have to hit those wide, so you have to hit them faster just because you have less power delivery going into the object ball.
Yeah, a couple things, and you're gonna have. Oh my gosh, why do we jeopardize?
Yeah.
There's cut and deuce throw, but she hit it pretty hard, so it's not gonna throw as much. The pockets are pretty forgiving at a medium slow speed on that bank. Little left hand English to keep it online. Yeah, if you hit it at that speed, it's gonna tighten up a lot. You're gonna way overcut it if you hit it at that speed.
So, I mean, it's also one of those pressure shots. Like, you might not take your time with it because you're worried that if you miss, you know, your opponent, they have an easy 8. It's just right there in the pocket.
Yep. So I mean, banks for me in particular, especially that kind of bank, you can't really measure that one because there's so you can measure it. You can have a general rule, but there's so much. There's cut and deuce throw. There's how much spin. There's how much speed there is. So I've just hit those a lot, and I'm a fractional banker. There's three or four different spots that I use to bank it. If it's close to the actual line, I mean, there's if you go watch the Colorado University guy, the 1/3 past half or whatever. I mean, basically, I just adjust 3/10 on the bank. Again, that all stems from the 2-to-1. If you just practice your kicks or whatever, then you know how to hit it. If I roll a bank, I go 1/10 less. Like if it's 40 to 20 and I'm rolling it and it's close to straight in, I'll go 40 to 19. Or if I'm hitting it with speed, I'm going to go 40 to 17. That's not how the system works, but that's how I kind of use the system as far as my adjustments for hitting speed. And then a lot of banks where the cue ball and the object ball are similar, then I'll start using a fractional banking system, which I learned from a guy that's in Florida now, Jake, a guy who taught me how to play one pocket.
I definitely think there's also one thing I've seen as a factor of the table itself, the rails. Because they're all good reference, but ultimately, if you're playing on certain tables, some of those tables just don't bank right. Of course, most pool holes, they're all similar, especially if you're playing on diamonds. The probably the most consistent on the market in general. So if you get used to it on most diamonds, whether it's here in Mississippi or Kentucky, your banks are going to be relatively consistent on all those tables because all the rails are from the same company. If you go to your friend's house whose cat's been on top of the table for 3 weeks, it might bank wide, it might bank tight. There's all the cat hair on the table. That's never nice. But
Again, tons and tons of speed. I mean, speed is so paramount on banks.
yeah, speed is such a large factor. You slow roll a ball, it can change the whole factor of where everything's going. Change it a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna widen.
Yeah.
Just same thing. If you hit it with speed, it's gonna shorten. And then the spin transfer, the cut and deuce transfer.
Yeah.
How new's the felt? Is it gonna slide? Is it old felt? You know what I mean? So pretty much on any table you take me in the country, if it's a 40 to 20 bank and I'm close to straight in, I'm gonna go 1/10 underneath, and it's gonna be really, really close and really consistent. Rachel Bradford was playing, and I showed her a couple of things. She had some high pressure situations where I thought the rolling bank was the better choice because she could have blocked the pocket. And for me, it's just more consistent and under the pressure. And you don't all the things that you just said, and you don't know. It's the truest, easiest way to do in a high pressure situation is a rolling bank for me. I mean, if you're April Garcia, you're gonna fire it in or whatever. I mean, but she banks a lot of balls. I mean, I play some banks sometimes. I like rolling the balls a lot, especially in 8-ball when you're trying to block a pocket. In 9-ball, I'll probably fire it a lot more.
Yeah.
But there's some incentive to leave a ball, just like in one pocket. There's incentive for you to leave a ball in the jaws, where in 9-ball, there's not really. Now your opponent's going to run out. But there's some incentive to get the ball close.
And you also think about the amount that somebody plays banks, right? Because you have, a good enough player like you and Tony. I foresee you guys playing less banks because most you're just landing on your balls. You're not out of shape as much. You're not necessarily going to get stuck having to bank a ball because of your own fault. You're going to have to do it most of the time because your opponent leaves you.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I didn't see the opener. Did Sandra make solids on the opener? Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Chris and I are in the booth right now, rambling about banks. We don't know nothing. But we're trying. What are we here? Okay, so she must be stripes, I guess.
Laura defined the suit, so she must have seen something desirable and solid. So stripes are definitely a little interesting. That 11 ball, I think, is actually stuck behind the 1.
I like this choice though.
So, yeah.
I mean, snap decision here. Man, let's see if she just snap decides to. Yeah. I'm just gonna move this ball over a little bit. Leave my rock there. Leave the rock over here. Let them back at the 13th they want. Because I don't think this ball goes.
I think it's stuck to the 1. You could use it as a safety ball, but I don't think it might be tough, but you might be able to force it in.
Okay. So
now what do you have here?
Does the 8 go here? If it does,
she called safe.
That's okay.
I don't mind that.
But we could have went the way she played it. We take a flyer here, we get here, and then we get straight in on this ball. This goes here, and we did have a shot to get out. Like if we land here, if the 8 did go, again, that's all contingent on the 8 going.
Well, even if the 8 doesn't go, if you can hang the 8 in the pocket you want to make it in, and your opponent's ball is right in front of that pocket,
it'd be tough for them to win.
Yeah, you eliminate that, and then they're stuck on having to bank that ball. It's a long-term safety. It's one of those that you don't necessarily people thinking about. Long-term safety game is where you're moving the ball in the future. You're playing to a shot that might leave you a safety in the future.
Okay. I mean, everything depends here if that 8 goes on my choice if I'm Sandra. Like, I mean, we can draw it into these balls, but what do we do here?
Yeah, 10 ball is stuck.
What do we do here? So my decision is going to be on whether the 8 goes. I think the strike goes underneath it.
But you have to land right.
Yeah, what are we trying to do? She might have an angle to go right into the 3. I can't tell what side of the ball we're at. All right, what are we doing here? I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna move this ball here a little bit. This. Just moving this ball into scoring position. That's what Tony likes to say. And I just bring my rock right here. I have an edge right here. Their 10's tough. This ball could go on the side. It's really demanding, but I think I play one more safe and then I'm gonna try to get out.
Yeah, move it into a more comfortable position.
Okay, this could be all right, but we gotta be steep-ish here
Yeah.
if we're gonna take this line. It's just real tough. I think I preferred one safe first. The 10 might go now.
I mean, I like your idea. I mean, with where she's at now, though, if she tries to move that 4 past the left side of that 13, she'll hit that 10.
This
But
ball should have been moved last inning, but that's okay. Okay, if the 10 goes, I'm back cutting this ball that's by the 8, and I'm just going. If I have a flat cue. If I have a flat cue, I'm gonna make this ball.
maybe a little safety action here, though.
Okay, so do a little bit more in a spot like this. Let's if we're gonna do this, let's block this ball with the 13. We can do a little bit more. Again, it's really hard to commentate. I don't know if the 8 goes, so I don't know. I don't know what choice I'm gonna make because I don't know if the 8 goes. Everything depends if the 8 goes. All choices on both sides, really. I think the strike goes. That's why that last inning, I think if this ball went, I would have went. I would have shot to get out. Like, I don't know.
So if that 10 goes, which I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh, here we go. I think we got a nice rail first here.
Yeah, she might even pull that rail first. You come up. You don't have to do much either.
So this ball goes here. I think the 8 might go here.
8 might go on the side.
Because I think we're going to land a little short. I think likely we end here.
I mean, because the other thing too is the 10 or is it 12 and the 8 frozen? So that could affect where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
The other thing too is like if you plan on with this and you one rail is 2 in the corner and you drift up a little bit, do you play the 4 soft and try to bank the 8?
She's playing safe. Yeah, I think we were trying to get out. I mean, we're trying to get out now for sure. If this is
bizarre right here, you know.
maybe the 10 goes. I'm gonna see. Somebody just asked if there was a 9-ball tournament. There is a 9-ball tournament. $20. We have 2 matches coming up at 9. Come down. This APA tournament is going to be done, so we will start on time, and there will be a lot of tables. It won't be last week. Great choice here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just got to choose which you're comfortable with. I like shooting it from here because if I get straight, I just it's weird. I like to stun here if I can.
I'd like to be able to kind of touch the rail.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit.
Obviously, here's the shot line. Oh my gosh, Sandra, the shot line's here, right? We don't want to we don't want to run into the 8. We want to land right over here.
Yeah, and I like being able to give myself a touch angle so I can use that rail. You gain a little more speed control when you can touch a rail. So, because you can use, depending on what spin you use, you can use that spin in that rail to kill the speed, but give it a little more firm speed to actually hit
Okay,
it.
so we're safe here. You leave a combo. Can you get here? Maybe I can. I think so. Something like that.
So within that area, I'd say
This might be cuttable
from
too.
what I can see up here, maybe a little closer.
Oh, she went too far, but she did put that ball in play. A lot of times when you put that ball in play. So here, just if this ball goes in the side, just make this ball straight across like this. It stops you for here. Well, I don't even know if you need to break it out, but it's just you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And it stops you for the side.
You can play this 13 just like normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make this ball. Just make this ball, see where you land. And I don't think the 8 goes now. I don't think the 8 goes now. The strike goes, but I don't think the 8 goes now.
Not without anything fancy. I might want to nudge this 4 ball. Try to get that cue ball up towards the top of the table. Just make it so that while Sandra be able to shoot a ball, there's not many good options for it, you know?
The 8 doesn't go. What do we do here? It's tough. Yeah, she's putting her hands up. It is a tough spot because, I mean, if you roll over here, then you leave this safety. Again, like, usually the person with more balls on the table when they're funny racks has the edge.
There's also the fact that you're bridging around balls here. You know, your cue is real close to another ball, so you got to be a little more deliberate.
Oh, I like this. Oh, man, if we could have got here, dude, if there was any way to get back to the middle of the table, what you were talking about earlier here, and anywhere in here, I mean, we're going to make that bank or we're going to get it close, especially with the rolling bank. I heard you guys, or if you guys listen to me, if you guys ever want to, if you ever just see me and you want to learn how to do a rolling bank, just come see me. I'll show you. It's super simple. Not charging you, whatever. Last week we had Chris Bierman here, Jared, and Kat, and they stayed late while I closed, and I showed them a little, I guess I'll call it an aiming system that I use under pressure.
I don't mind this. I don't think she can see the 15. I mean, 13-4 is now tied up, so that's going to have to be worked in the future. But Sandra might just be forced to hit that 10 ball and push it out from the 8.
Yeah, I mean, I like shooting that.
4 doesn't go, so Laura won't have much. I mean, you take the opportunity and increase your chance of being able to run out.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real easy safe for solids either.
Yeah.
I mean, the 8 ball play is kind of big. I mean, if I can, I'm going to try to pinch behind the 8 here. Okay, she did that sort of. But this is tough here a little bit. Again, it's real tough because if you do this shot here, if the 13's not frozen, you can just tap that ball and go from there.
If I go the route of pushing the 4 and putting that cue ball up in the corner area, I'm actually wanting to freeze to the 13 and hopefully put the cue ball frozen to the rail so that we have to push away from the rail.
It's a tough,
hit, but
tough spot, dude. Really tough spot.
But I really do think that
you're just like grasping for air.
Yeah.
Hard end game for solids to win. But I mean, you leave these balls close together and you come beneath the 9. You don't. Oh, that's actually better. That's way better. But so right here, I mean, if you're Lara, you got to go see if this 13's frozen on a slow spinner or whatever. Definitely got to check that. We don't need to make this ball. Don't make this ball. Very good. So I'm going to try, again, just like we were talking about last week, I'm going to try to get a stripe down here or a stripe down here a little bit, just so these little tikis don't hurt me as much. And I have an outlet ball that's close. Like if she ever clicks a ball and then freezes on the 13, that I have an outlet ball.
That's a tough one. I don't think I like pushing the 4 into the 13 like that.
Slow as you possibly can if we're going to do it. All right, get on. You're on the balls. Pick where you want to get and try to get there.
The thing is, do you leave the 13?
No,
or do you take it?
I'm getting out. I think this is a poor choice here now because look, if she misses this ball, it's going to be trouble. Oh, she missed. She missed good though, so it's okay.
Yeah, because I mean, there's only a small space, Laura. If she wants to play safe by making
no more safe.
No more safe.
No more safe. You have to shoot this ball now. Now that Sandra left that ball in the pocket, it does go with a little bit of draw. You gotta hit it pretty much dead perfect. You gotta hit it in the face. Super tough though, because it's at the edge of the pocket and it's not that deep.
Yeah, you want it to be able to follow that in, and that's not an easy shot.
I mean,
it's
tough.
At least the one thing I said, Laura is, taking her time on this, thinking and actually, what are the options
I think just putting your ball in that pocket is probably a higher percentage than what she's doing. I mean, she left that. Maybe not. The ball still blocks the pocket.
I mean, here it's just, starting with the 10, make it in the corner, make was it 11 there, or 15. So 10, 15, drift over for that 13. Keep the pocket, you come around for the 8.
Oh, she played safe again. Just making them all ducks. This angle's better. But you have to hit it full in the face with the draw. I mean, it's time to. Whatever. Whatever Lara did, she got a better opportunity here. Don't roll. I think little bit of draw, slow draw though. Yeah. But again, one good thing is she did block one of the pockets here.
Yes.
It's deep. I mean, I'm confident getting here. Like if you're confident getting here, you can drag it up the table. But I do not
like
mind this either.
First,
yeah,
personally,
I don't mind this though.
Yeah. I mean, they're both hanging in the pockets as long as you
don't get straight.
I mean, one of my favorite parts about these shots is you can kind of cheat it out of the pocket, right? From her perspective, she can cheat that 15 to the right and give herself more angle to the ball coming off the rail, but then you have to have a lot of spin to get it to move around.
Yeah, I play two-way shape here. Oh no! Oh, she hit it great.
Look at that.
That's a great shot.
That's what I was talking about. You push that out. A lot of people don't think about it. As close as she was to the pocket, even though she's on the rail, she can cheat it to the outside of the pocket.
Yeah, you can manipulate
force that angle.
When the ball's like that, Chris is absolutely right. You can manipulate the angle a lot. Okay, she just missed an 8. That was easier than this. And she got lucky again. Maybe. No, she didn't. Not this time. And that's 2 8 balls for Sandra.
It's just a simple, that in and just let the cue ball drift back down.
Okay, she looks like a high ball. I think I like using a couple rails here. See?
Comes off and then.
I mean, I dig in a little bit and just try to get to the middle of the table. I mean, it's okay, but if I'm hitting it that way, I'm probably going to overcut it, like you're just saying. Use more of the pocket and overcut it with inside.
Kind of bring it down past the 8.
Yeah.
You hit that forward. You could have hit it with the same speed, but if you hit that 4 ball any thinner with left spin, it's going to retain a lot more energy to move past the 8.
Okay, so she's trying to thin this ball and come here, I think. For a safe. Really thin, left-hand English. Get your rock down here. I need to take lessons from Shark, like end game stuff. Oh, gingerbread? No gingerbread! Oh my gosh, 4-2 or 3-3. Is Sandra going to come with this one? And again, there's going to be I'm almost trying to miss these balls all the time. There's always cut and deuce throw, a little less from the steep, but I'm always trying to overcut this ball. Don't miss fat, miss thin. Just like good that 3-3. Oh my goodness, the swing.
That's a huge win right there. Turn the match into a neck and neck match right there. I mean, that's the difference between being up by 2 and being up by nothing. That can change a whole player's mindset.
It ain't easy out there, folks. Dude, how come no one's talking to us? Refresh the chat. Nobody wants to talk to us. All right, here we go. Sandra's breaking 3-3. Oh, maybe you're right. Chris Bierman, you did not win. Well, maybe you were right. Pyramid, when are we playing Scotch? I think I have someone else. I don't know what's going on. Mandi won, guys. Britt, yes, you do. Thank you, Stephanie, for I don't know which ball Brian was. Guys, we didn't have the chat. Sorry for not talking. Renee, thank you. Finally, I have a friend. I need friends, folks. Renee's on at 9 o'clock, folks. Who's Renee playing? Renee and Shania and Khalees and Murray. There's going to be some good matches tonight. Let's go. I think Howie's going to jump in the booth with me a little bit, or with Chris or whoever. Shania wants me to commentate, so I'm probably going to be in the booth for a little bit of the time.
That is going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, I think you have a better grasp on both those players than I do.
Yeah, I definitely. So I used to play with Shania when I first started, and she's a very well-studied player. I remember back at Jason's, she got lessons from the owner there, and Danny was here. She got lessons from him. So very knowledgeable player.
Danny Olson. 42 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. 3-3. Sandra Corp, and then one of the Mirage Mafia here. Kim, Heather, and Lara. The Mafia versus the Corporation. I'm gonna ramble and say weird stuff.
Oh, we love you for it.
Yeah. All right. So what did she choose?
She picked stripes. I am liking stripes here. I mean, the 8 ball is very tied up with solids and controlled by solids, but if she has the angle of this 15 that I think she does, she'll just break that out now.
Let's see. It feels like it's going a little high, but
I wouldn't hit it too hard personally. But you also got to make the ball.
Yeah. Well, shoot, it's okay.
But I mean, there's a lot of work to be done at the top, so we might see a little bit of back and forth, maybe a couple safeties or a bunch of attempted breakouts.
Stop shot dead. Bang, bang, bang. Stop your rock here.
I like that. You take away the options to make anything.
I mean, we try to freeze on the 5. We don't really care if we make anything. Again, there's no real reason to make a ball. I mean, what are we doing here? What's our plan? I don't know if we have a plan because we're not getting out.
Well, and where are you going from here that you're going to have? What kind of safety? You're not going to have much of an option to pot a ball, but you make this 5. What kind of safety option you
I don't think that was on purpose. Well, listen, Mike. Change the board. Start giving yourself some edges. I mean, where do we want? I mean, that very first 2-railer, we want a ball down here. Then we can take a flyer at these balls, then reevaluate. So here, I'm missing this ball, but I want my opponent to have to shoot the 5. I want my cue ball down here. I want my opponent to have to shoot the 5. As long as one of these balls doesn't go, you can't leave that angle. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, I'm probably...
I'd say, personally, I'd push out the 7, right? Leave the cue ball in the area where the 7 is. Push out the 7. Because from here, I mean, you don't really have much. You could shoot the 7 to the top and we'll stop shot, try to drift up against that 3. But to some degree, you're going to have...
That's a pretty good shot.
Ooh. Nice little follow shot there.
I don't know what we like here. I can't see how close we are to this ball, but I don't mind my cue ball right where the 1 is. This solid is tough. This solid is tough. This solid is tough. These solids are tough. Oh, so she's just going to come down here? It's not still open, didn't it? Okay, she stripes. I see. Okay.
I think this is the stage of, moving the furniture and trying to get it more to your benefit, right?
Moving the furniture. You must be listening to Tony. That's his line. Adriana, really? You can't mean that. You're just trying to flatter me because today is my birthday and I'm 39. And it's a good birthday because I thought I was 40.
But I wasn't a little surprised.
Yeah, I just played a little pickleball. That was it.
That's a good way to celebrate.
Yeah. But I do appreciate it, Adriana. I just try to give how I think the game. You know what I mean? There's levels above me. There's levels below me. But I have been in these situations a decent amount of times. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Spending my birthday commentating these ladies trying to get their piece of $15,000. I didn't ask you because I wasn't here, but what are your thoughts about this $300 tournament in general for the ladies? Yeah, just you're just like, what do you think about it? Like,
looks like we're looking for a hit wash up here.
Yeah, tell them what you think.
I think it's good. I mean, we don't see a lot of ladies tournaments, and it's something that is very, very underrated because there is a level that I think a lot of intelligence sits. I mean, I would consider most ladies to be far more intelligent than most guys. I mean, a lot of guys are associated being brute force, but there's a lot of times that they attack everything by brute force. I see a lot more thought process out of the ladies. For what it is, as it's a little bit of a starting one, $300 isn't bad. It's a great little entry. Comes out with a nice little pot, and gives them a chance to increase in the future. So for sure, it's definitely something that I think we needed for a while. Give them a chance, especially on Saturdays. Give them a chance to actually go, pretty far and actually have a chance to really test themselves against each other. So,
all right.
Adrian, I agree. Being on this stream for a lot of people, I know not a lot of people are like used to being on camera, right? Especially having commentators talking about them, having people watching. I mean, we got 49 viewers right now, and we've probably got another 7 out here on the mezzanine, maybe a couple others floating around the room.
And I mean, dude, these little things. I got Scott. I just walked past Scott. That's Laura's husband. She's like, quit judging. First off, it's my job. I'm a commentator. Anybody that I commentate on, honestly, I'm just trying to do my best job. I'm not trying to make anybody sad, but it's tough. The first time I tried to gamble at Felt, the self-talk is always, what does Tony think? What does Mark Haddad think? What does Mark Vidal think? Instead of being like confident and honest with your abilities, I couldn't do what Mark Haddad could do. I can't do what Tony can do. I can do what I can do. And same thing when I played with partners with Tony, is I can only do what I can do. And I have to be honest with my percentages or my ability. So that's one thing that I struggled with at the beginning. When I started gambling at Felt and I was playing 100, 200 a game, I struggled a little bit at like 7 o'clock at night when there'd be 30, 40, 50 people watching. So you just got to be confident in your game and your choices because it's hard. I mean, when you have all these people you think that are judging you or whatever. I mean, I'm judging everybody, but whatever.
Well, I mean, we're all pool players, right? We all have our own vision of how pool should be played, and this is our chance to really look at what are the actual differences. Where could I be wrong? Or where could I be right? Where could it be? Both players are wrong versus both players being right. There's any number of different ways to look at this, and this gets to prove that.
Yeah, there's definitely different solutions to every problem.
And Renee, it's my big thing with, anybody, whether it's, women, men, whoever it is, kids, getting to test themselves. Like, you look at it a lot. There's a ton of tournaments, whether they're major tournaments, small tournaments, it's always just guys, right? They're always testing themselves in singles tournaments. Most of the time I see ladies players as doubles, so they're with somebody, right? They're with somebody else, so they're being judged as a pair. They don't actually get to show off their abilities, their practice, their knowledge as a standalone, which I think is something that this industry sorely needs because, like I said, some of the most intelligent people that I know in terms of pool players are women, and they see the table in different ways that just some guys can't. There's that expectation that the men are always better, and I don't personally think that. I mean, it's all down to the player themselves and their knowledge and their study. But who's to say it can't be one or the other?
KCC, I don't know who you are exactly. I think one person probably snuck in on the double A's. But listen, I mean, there's 31 other women, and these women know each other. And if I ever put myself in like a 650 and under or whatever, and I think somebody's a 700, I'm gonna speak up. So should I do more due diligence? Sure. I agree with you because I do think there's one double A in the field. From what I saw, does that mean they're gonna win? Maybe. Winning is hard. There's so many matches I played on stream that I was supposed to win, but it's just not always that easy. But I do agree with you that I could have done a little bit more due diligence. I didn't know who any like half the women I had never met before. Half of them I have, half of them I haven't. But yeah, there is one double A in the field. I think I don't know from what I've seen. She played really good racks. So, and again, everybody had the opportunity to bid on her. If anybody else did know or not know, she had an established Fargo, and I mean, as far as I was concerned, that was about all I was going to do. KC, do I know you? I have no idea. I don't know. I think it's cool, man. I mean, I wanted to do a 16-person women's tournament, and it was filled up in a day. So I went to 32. It took 3 days to get 32 women at $300 buy-in. I think that's really cool. And we talk about all these tests. Like, how do you handle the pressure when the heart is beating out of your chest and you can feel it on your throat and the self-talk and you can feel your arm shaking? I mean, how do you calm yourself down? How do you find a calm in the storm?
Where's that mental game at?
Yeah, I mean, same with others. I mean, this is a pool and golf are particularly harder on the mental game. Maybe they're not sports, maybe they're just games. However you want to think about it, but there's when you start a sport, I mean, the pressure is kind of over. With pool and golf, there's a certain amount of pressure every single shot, and for me, the two hardest games mentally are pool and golf. Because I mean, when I played Division One soccer or whatever, like after the whistle blew, the butterflies went away. There was no more like I felt the pressure on like in the flow of play. So you don't really feel that in other sports. I don't think. Same thing with wrestling. I felt the butterflies before, but they went away, and there was no more like every single shot when you're playing for 15 times. I mean, it's tough, dude.
Well, and then there's this other factor. What I love about this stuff here is, like, especially tournaments like our, Friday Night Fight series and everything, is it shows who performs well under pressure and like who might perform better under pressure versus in by themselves when they're just in a random, little league match, right? Because I know people who might perform better when they're being watched by a bunch of people playing pool because they like showing off their skills, so they're more relaxed. But in league match,
Or more focused.
that too, yeah, and or in a league match, they might be stuck with the voices in their head. It's just them and their opponent, and so that that might make them nervous because suddenly they start losing a rack, and now they got to prove to themselves that they're better. Versus now that I'm in front of 40 people, I can show off all this really cool stuff I know or how consistent I am.
Yeah.
Which
Okay, so why is she looking over here? She just doesn't want to shoot jacked up. That must be what it is. Otherwise, I mean, that's the only reason. I still think our percentages are higher jacked up shooting in this our bottom left hand corner.
I think she's worried about my thing is, I feel like it'd be less jacked up if I were to just go almost straight into that pocket.
Oh my God, she overcut it. Yeah, I think I still. I mean, maybe she's right, but I think the thinking's okay. That hey, I want to shoot with a level Q because I'm always thinking that. How can I shoot a shot with a level Q? But I still think the percentages, if you slow roll, I don't think she was that jacked up into the other corner because it plays a little bit bigger and it's easier to sight. Those back cuts are tough. Leo, you play good, dude. But honestly, man, if you wanna talk about some things or whatever, dude, we can meet up and I can definitely help you with some things.
Doesn't matter how skilled or high ranked a player is, they can always learn something.
Yeah, I mean,
You can be the smartest person in the room. There's one guy down the hall who knows more than you. Has to know something that you don't know.
yeah. Matt Winfield says performance mode is harder in pool. I mean, I I agree with that over Yeah, even golf. It's just so hard to execute shot in and shot out. I mean, do you have to be a physical 6'4", 40-inch running guy? No, but it's a different thing. It's more between the ears, I think, than any other game. I'm not going to get into the debate of sport or not sport. I'm just saying, as far as games mentally, golf and pool are the toughest. And I haven't played golf, so I can't speak enough to it. But it's that's very well put by Matt Winfield. Just, hard to maintain.
Yeah,
Performance.
I definitely think the other thing with performance mode too, you can't forget how with pool when you're there and you're having to think through every
Oh,
shot.
gingerbread?
Oh,
Oh,
not
no
quite.
gingerbread. All right, bear down and make it.
But I don't think people really realize how exhausted you can get from just thinking. Right? You have to put a lot of thought into this. It's a strategy sport here, a strategy game, whatever you want to call it. But there's strategy and competition to it. You can affect your opponent's play simply by playing a lockup save, not allowing him to see a ball. 3 times in a row, if they can't hit a ball 3 times in a row, that might affect them.
I mean, that's called
So,
a DMD. I don't know if you know anything about that, but if you guys are friends with Tony or friends with me, you might know what DMD is. Yeah, I
you
mean,
might have to give me a rundown.
you got to earn it.
Ah, I see.
Oh,
Ooh.
good shot, though. I mean, this is going to be super tough. This is really hard for Solids to win. I mean, this is what makes Aloysius Yap, Shane Van Boning, and even to a lesser degree, Matt Winfield. They are focus monsters, and they never take a shot off. I don't know what my real speed is, dude, because I don't bear down like Matt Winfield. I don't. Aloysius and Shane, they never take a ball off, dude. It is amazing, and it bleeds into pickleball too, because in pickleball, there's a lot of speed ups, there's a lot of anticipation, and what are they going to do? What can be done from this certain kind of angle? And you have to be focused, always expecting a speed up. And that's the biggest difference for me is their ability to focus for hours and hours and never take a ball off. 4-3, the bleeding is done. But dude, Shane is in here playing 100. He played 25 sets to five, $100 sets. People that play my speed and nothing, and he never took one ball off. Matt Winfield knows the DMD, but never takes a ball off. Matt Winfield, I rarely see him take a ball off. Aloysius Yap never took a ball. They come in here and they practice the same shot over and over again. It's a different level of focus, work ethic. And again, like everything we say on every single stream, everything bleeds into life. It's the same with your work, your whatever, your whatever. I mean, your ability to focus, put in the work, study, whatever it might be.
All your aspects of life will affect all your other aspects.
Absolutely.
It's not one thing that's separate from another. I mean, I know there's people say, "Oh, I can separate work from home," or "I can separate pool from home." You get home, you're gonna brag about that break and run you had. It's still there, you know.
I mean, I say we talk about it sometimes. Like I'm a pretty good investor. I'm a pretty good pool player. I'm a pretty good this, pretty good that. The only thing I really ever excelled at was uh, soccer, and I chose to drink through pro combines and stuff or whatever. But it really is. I'm pretty good at everything because I don't have the killer instinct, or I don't have quite enough work ethic, or maybe I just accept being like, yeah, whatever, top 50 in pool and state, top 50 in pickleball. Um, but it takes another level. It really does. And I'm an okay business owner. You know what I mean? There's so much more I could do with Piazzas that I don't do. We're pretty good, but could we be better? Absolutely. Could I be a better dad? Could I be a better husband? Yeah. So I feel like I'm pretty good at a lot of things.
Well, it's like they say, it's better to be a jack of all trades than master just one. You practice being good at everything in your life. You can still be, the most amazing pool player in the state, but you still got to at least be good with your budget. You still got to be at least good, chores.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like when I got sober, I mean, that's what it was. I needed to have some balance because I certainly wasn't balanced. I just wanted to party, party, party. And I mean, I have that addictive personality. Hey, I went and did all the 14ers in 26 months and did all the traverses. So, I mean, really, that balance is very important for me.
Yeah.
So let me be a balanced monster.
Well, and I mean, don't get me wrong, you're bound to be better at one thing than you are at the rest of the things in your life.
Water.
That's your main passion, right?
Yeah.
But you know, you'll still have time to get better at everything else. And that's, I think the same applies to whether it's anything like pool or any kind of sport or passion or hobby or anything like that. I mean, you take a look at it, like, look at, we've got probably one of the best examples is Olympics. And there's an Olympic fencer who just took, I think it was a silver or gold medal, who's training to be a doctor, right? And
Sweet.
is considered like top 10 in her class for the entire program or whatever. It's
What a monster.
right, and it's like, how good do you have to be? How dedicated do you have to be amazing at both of those things?
They bleed into each other.
Amazing.
They really do bleed. Parallels, as Matt just said. Parallels.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week about time. Whatever, man. Whatever you want to do with your life, do it. You heard it last week. You're going to hear it this week, too. Whatever you want to do with your life, do it. Do it. What's this guy saying?
Well,
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Listen, our time is fast. I don't know what you believe or whatever. Whatever. Do it. Just do it. All right? Trust me. Do it. You only get one life here, man. Do it. All right.
that's a neat little cut shot there from Sandra.
Did she call safe again?
I think she did call safe, though, yeah.
Man. I don't like, when we're playing safe, I like keeping my soldiers on the table. I know it was a little funny there. Maybe we can check that ball with inside. Thank you. Man, I appreciate everybody, man, who comes out and supports us and everything. There's been a little drama with this other tournament that was scheduled during ours. You know, we're just so blessed. There's so many people that support Tony and I, and so many people that say so many awesome things about our bar and what we built. So we really do appreciate you guys. Sincerely, the 3 years here have taught me so much about myself and all this, and blah, blah, blah. So thank you, everybody. Everybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. Like and share. I mean, you learn a lot about the announcers when they're sitting in here. You know what I'm saying? You learn so much about them because, listen, man, I'm an oversharer, and that was part of me like getting sober. Like I like to talk about life. I like to talk about important things and the choices and how to get better and all that stuff. I mean, it's how I say sober, really.
Well, it's one of those things is healthiest people, you know, tend to be overshares. You know, you get to learn more about people and you can tell they're good people when they are. You know, they're not bottling things up. I mean, that's what makes it fun with commentating. I get to talk about, you know, what I like with pool. I get to talk, oh, I like this shot over that shot, but you know, I started here. Here's my opinion on this. You know, like I'll talk about it. You know, like I was talking about. I know, you know, Shania. When I first started, Shania wasn't too far ahead of me. She had, I think she had probably started learning maybe a year ahead of me, and she was in an environment where it was strictly pool. You know, it was back when Jason's Billiards was a thing. You know, everybody there was amazing, but without them, I wouldn't be here. But then I will admit, I like here better than I like Jason's. Right? The environment here has got to be my favorite pool environment around.
Well, we appreciate that. And it's cool. I mean, everyone's got their story. I gave a little speech at my buddy's wedding. We all got our chapters, our own stories, and how they intertwine and intersect, and how our energy is aware or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, Matt. Man, that ball, if she makes it, stun out to the center of the table. So we get on the 5, would have been Gingerbread Man here. What?
570.
Yep. So again, here we're in the spot again where are our soldiers at? You know what I mean? Like, let's keep our soldiers on the field when we're not getting out. Oh my God, really?
We made it.
Oh my God, sickness!
What a shot!
And if this doesn't go in the side, it definitely goes in the corner. Really?
I will admit though, I think I like the side a little.
Oh
better.
My God, did
Look
she?
at that.
Really?
She lined that up. She called that. That was an amazing shot.
Wow.
I think that at this point, it's just like a little bit of a finesse shot, right? Not even maybe just a touch of draw, get it out. You know, shoot this in the side.
Wow.
Top might even get you there.
Holy cow, here we go. Wow, she's like, what soldier? She's gonna rewatch this and oh my god. She's trying to hold it with a little spinny winny. All right, what do we do here? I mean,
I don't think you can walk that 7 in from here.
no, I don't think so.
I like shooting, kind of using the 5 to get the cue ball up behind that 8-7, right? You know, try to make it tough for Sandra. Like, she can kick at that either way, but making it difficult.
Yeah, make sure that she's kicking. This might go here. And okay.
That's not bad. I don't mind that either. Keeps the 5 in a nice area.
I mean, can we shoot this in the corner?
I think she'll be looking at the kick. I think she's looking at the side, but I don't think it passes the 5.
This kick is available to here. Shaboom. All right. So what is she doing? All right. Be real conscious of speed here. If we make it, let's just be conscious of speed. A little slow if she makes it. All right. All right, so this is a golden opportunity for Lara here to get up 5-3. We obviously just take the 7 somewhere. I mean, we want to go 7-5 because the 5 doesn't flow very nice into this 8. So we want to go 7-5. I'm okay with this. I can't tell how close she is, but my next shot, I want to be just in here somewhere. And then on this ball, I just don't want to be straight in. I'm okay with both sides of the ball, really. I just don't want to be straight. But get on the 5. My self-talk is get straight in on the 5. Don't be straight in on the 4. I guess I talk about self-talk a lot. I don't know.
You got that inner monologue?
Yeah, I mean, when you're down on a ball, do you have it too? Everyone's got to have it.
Question is, what kind of inner monologue? There's some of them voices in your head will tell you when.
No fucking way. Excuse my language. I'm not allowed to cuss till 8 p.m. Oh my god.
I think that's the being afraid of the double hit there.
Okay, so I mean, that's why I liked it in the corner. I didn't say nothing because I thought there was enough room there. But oh my goodness, great balls of fire. Yeah, don't get straight. Just put your rock over here a little bit. Cut a little bit. Come in here. Like what? Come on.
Now you guys feel awkward. Like you
You're
can make
all right, but like this is just
how comfortable is this, right? You know.
Oh no.
Right
4. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Ourselves a nice little neck and neck
I
match.
mean, Lara plays a great safety. And then I think what you said is exactly correct. That she just got the yips a little bit. By the way, I see that a lot when people like try to play safeties and they try to roll a ball down table. They do it a lot and they give ball in hand.
Or they try to slow roll something, but they're like super close to it with the object ball.
Yeah. So I think my self-talk would have been, let's just shoot it in the corner so I don't have to worry about fouling.
I think the other thing too is if you line something straight in, to a pocket, and you're on the rail like that, you're within a few inches of the ball, it gets a little nerve-wracking because you know that if your cue keeps moving forward, the cue ball's still on that line after it hits. If you leave yourself just a touch of angles where you know that cue ball's going to drift a little bit off to the right, it makes that follow-through much more comfortable. Everything's out of the way,
Yeah, I think I like shooting in the corner. I don't know. Yeah. Again, I don't know if she was 3 inches or 5 inches. My screen to inch ratio, whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. My identifying distance on the screen is not good. Maybe that's wrong.
The visual distance, right? The depth perception isn't on the screen. You don't have depth perception on the screen. So that's what makes watching it a little difficult. You can sit there and say like, oh, it doesn't pass to this at all, and then it passes because the screen makes it a little funky. But
oh man. Man, I tell you what, man, I like listening to John Amo and Tony commentate.
They're a fun pair to watch when you're looking for some good commentary. They're very
Yeah.
knowledgeable too.
Yeah, really high IQ, both of them.
They have this beauty of being able to simplify things. I think one of the big problems with a lot of players is they'll try to overcomplicate a shot, so they ignore the simplicity of something. Trying to be like, oh no, you just roll it up here, and you're like, oh wow, I never thought of that. It's
Yeah.
much more simple than what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's crazy because this comes up a lot when you play these partners tournaments. That I always would tell my wife, I mean, I don't care if you make the balls. I just want you to choose the correct shots. But I mean, it goes into what your Fargo is, or how good you are at pool is, your IQ, or how many times you've seen a situation, or I mean, there's so many times that Tony and I sitting on a table and just discuss certain shots, and you just expect them to see it. It's like when we watch Shane or Aloysius, it looks so simple because they're always on the right side of the ball. They play into the shot line, this and that, and it's really not that easy.
Right?
Like the game's hard. I mean, like, dude, the Shark will be in here and he'll point out a shot, and we'll be like, "Wow, I'm dumb."
Right.
But I mean,
Yeah, I never thought of that moment.
yeah,
Right?
I mean, he also can hit balls in a way that I cannot hit them. You know what I mean? Or has certain strokes that I do not have. So it's a little funny. I'm gonna be a little more careful about that when I play my partners tournaments going forward. That like expecting them to think as good as I think is a little unfair.
Well, not to mention, yeah, you're sitting there. You're not always going to be making the right, or making the same decisions. And then you don't know what kind of player you're always playing with because some players will get extremely dedicated to a specific shot. So if you're planning on getting that shot but you don't roll far enough, you might still try to stick with that shot even though it's no longer the best option.
Yeah, I mean that's happened a million times. You have a timeout. Let's do this. Oh, but I forgot to tell you, if we land too far here and you get bad on the ball, do your own choice. Which for a lower ranked player, it's hard. Like uh, when I'm playing with a 400 and I say, hey, shoot this shot next, and I dog the shape and I get them terrible, and they still shoot that, and I'll come back and I'm like, hey man, if I get you bad, but that wasn't really communicated, and they have a new problem to solve, and they don't think pool the same way I do. I mean, because of whatever it might be, I'm more skilled or I can do more things. But I mean, I've played pool a long time and made a lot of decisions, so I don't know. It's that's what's so cool. I mean, we're busy every weekend for these partners tournaments because they're cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're cool. They're fun.
You get a lot more time on them because
Yeah.
there's more teams. You end up having more time on the table.
If people didn't like them, they wouldn't come. But they're fun.
Oh, yeah.
And they're hard. They're challenging. Especially because we don't really do the 12 and 1300s anymore. It's like 1100. So if I want to play, I got to play with a lower person.
Well, and I think one of the things that I've had talks with people about in the past is sometimes it's nice to play with lower ranked players because sometimes they'll just shoot at something without really thinking about it, and it ends up working out. And you're like, oh, I never thought of that, that 4-rail bank line, and it's like kind of discover one of those random angles. So
That seems like you're trying to talk a little shit, Chris.
maybe.
Oh, I didn't see that 4-railer right there.
Yeah, I don't know, it's like when those people just throw balls out on the table and start blasting at things just to see what the rails do. I think it's one of those great benefits of being able to play with.
I mean, sometimes having no plan works out.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
Oh, you just described me and my being an adult, right? That's no plan. I'm still alive. It works. Yeah, it's it's the fun of it for sure.
Hey, here's lesson number 2. Have a plan. The guy who taught me how to play poker, man. Have a plan. Have a plan and do it, man. Do it. Do it. You're gonna have like 8 more weeks of this. Do it. Want to open a business? Do it. Want to ask that girl out? Do it. Want to get healthy? Do it. Do it. Just do it. Fast,
It's right there in front of you.
Yeah, it's fast.
Put it off too long, the option goes away.
Listen, man, you don't get what you want if you don't try and get it. You just don't. You lay in bed. I wish. Go get it. Go get it. All right. Hey, I'm half talking to myself. I don't want to get complacent. Go get what you want, and I'm going to. You guys got me. You talked me into it, chat. Thank you. What's up, dude? I'm just ranting about nothing, like always.
Nice.
I'm like screaming at myself. You know the dog that sees himself in the mirror and they start barking, or there's a fence between and you're barking at them, then the fence opens and then they're all quiet. It's kind of what I'm doing.
Dog barks at their own echo, you know. They're talking to somebody. It's that scene out of Brother Bear where they're, you know, telling the echo to shut up because it's saying the same thing back. Accurate description right there.
Is this right? 4-4? This is 4-4. Is it? Scores right? 4-4? It's getting tight, folks. We got 2 more matches coming up. Shania, Renee, Khalees, and Mary. And we're having a Friday night. We can probably start on time tonight, 7:30. What's up, dude? You in the back listening?
No,
All right.
I wasn't listening at all. I'm
All right.
watching.
Go. Geronimo, look out below. All right. Whose turn is it? Are we stripies?
That's what we're looking at here.
Playing it safe here?
I think I might make, but then safe. But okay, I love it.
Yep.
Love the choice.
Ducked it.
Beautiful. You're all American kid in the Italian voice.
Italian?
I don't know. I know nothing.
He's not shaking his hands in the booth, so
He's not. He doesn't have the, you know, the classic Italian hands going on yet.
I'm just sitting here drinking some water, talking.
stand refreshed.
Staying refreshed.
Hydrated.
All right, mate. Let's get a ball over by this corner again. Where's the trouble? Where's the trouble? We know where the trouble is. It's right over here. Let's send a soldier down there. Can we get a soldier in play? Let's get a soldier in play. We can.
Don't mind bumping this 14 in front of the 3 and park that cue ball right on the 5.
I like that.
Maybe even bumps the 5 into the 8.
I actually
hold it.
I like going forward with the rock here, though, dude. I don't mind going like this and then bringing the rock over here.
I don't think you have that kind of angle.
I think you can if you hit it straight into the rail. Like this. But I like moving this ball. I appreciate it.
Oh, she made it.
And it just goes.
She made it. Missed the breakout, but she made it. I didn't think that went.
Okay, so if she breaks that, neither did I. But if she breaks that out, every ball did have a home. That could have worked. Okay, so do we reevaluate here? Do we place? Okay. Been pretty happy with her decisions, and she almost got down and just shot this ball, but instead she said, maybe that's not such a good idea. Which I agree.
Now you're doing like a New Yorker accent.
Well, whatever it is, dude, I just talk. But is she playing safe now? Because if she gets that breakout, I liked it, but I think we should have reevaluated to safe.
I think you could break this out if you use a lot of top right.
Which, this ball?
On the 9, yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I'm just saying it could work.
It could. But
You might come off the rail and hit the 7, but
Yeah, I don't think there's a line from here
you
to
have
here. I don't think it
you
goes.
have to miss the 8. You're gonna hit the rail first.
I don't know. I'd kind
But
of.
the right English is gonna help it to carry it over to the right.
I would, in this case, really just glance off the right side of the 13 and just try to park that cue ball by the 7. See if I can tempt Sandra to shoot that 7. You know?
Yeah.
You know what?
This is good.
I
works.
like this.
I like this.
It worked out a lot better than I think expected.
Now she's got a ball in a pocket that, given the right spot, she can break out that 7-11 with to get access to her 11.
I don't know if this ball's frozen.
They look frozen. He's just gonna try to glance off of it and just park it. Oh, she's swinging. Table.
It's the rail on.
That's not horrible.
So I'm going to hit this one with draw. I'm going to try to get my breakout. If it doesn't work, then I move on. I'm going to hit this here with draw and left to drag this ball here. And if it doesn't work out and I don't hit these balls, then I'm going to find a safe. And my safe is going to be bringing a soldier back down to where this is. But now we have one soldier. Let's try to get our guy out of enemy territory. Go from there.
Does she have an angle to play the 9 off the 3?
Maybe.
I'm not saying that's a smart decision. I like your shot better. But she's trying to combo.
And that ball might be frozen, but I like this. I like that other ball. But you got to hit with draw.
She's playing the 10
Hey,
Nah.
two soldiers in that area. Not a bad.
Now it gets interesting. If the 3 goes in to the 13, that's what we shoot. If it doesn't, then we probably just go tie this ball up on one of these balls. Let's control our speed just a little bit better. Like,
You know, you own this pocket. Play the 11 into the 7. Kind of throw the 7 up a little bit. Park the cue ball towards the rail. All she would have is the 5.
well,
This is your pocket.
the problem is if she can shoot the 5 next, then we can take the pocket next. Then all of a sudden, solids is the favorite. See what I'm saying? Like if you untie this ball a little bit here and you come here with the cue ball, if you can make this ball here, we can retake the pocket. So I'm trying to think, how do I make it so she
Well, I
doesn't?
think if you leave the cue ball towards the rail, just kind of bump the 7 out of there, just like that.
Okay, so
She just tied it back up and then tied up to 10 now.
now just take this pocket. So we just take the pocket right now. Take the pocket, and then we land on top of this stripe.
Yeah, because then solids.
Control your rock and control. No. We want the solid there.
Take it with a 3.
Okay, so now we're just going to hit this ball here. Anywhere does not matter. And our rock's going to go here. We're trying to freeze on these 2 balls. That's the goal. Just freeze on these balls underneath. Like, I feel pretty confident I can get in here.
It's not the ideal spot.
This ball does go in the corner, though, and in the side.
She's going
But this ball does not go.
Yeah, she's in the right side of it.
Oh, boy. Okay. One thing is that the 8 does not have a home if we're solids here. I mean, not an easy home. Tell you what I like
It's
here.
only got 5 pockets.
This right here. I don't know if this carom goes into the corner pocket or not, but if it doesn't, if I like this, I just go into these balls here a little bit.
I don't know if I was taking the 5.
No, I like.
You take the 7, break up the 3.
No.
That's only if you don't call safe. Like
I think I shoot the 3
if
first.
I would have left that 5 on the table. She called safe. I don't know about making the 5 with a safe like this. I mean, there's a lot of counter that Aurora has here.
Well, the 10 sneaks by the 7.
Yeah.
But it does.
Or you just nudge the 10 up towards that middle diamond and leave the cue ball by the 7.
See, I like playing this 10 thin, and you try to leave the cue ball 1, 2 rails right behind the 9.
Just play a
I
simple.
think that's your basic safety. Best safety.
Okay, the 8 goes now.
But that 3 doesn't.
Okay, this ball might go off the 3. Like, there might be a super sexy shot here. I just don't. This ball might cut right off the 3 and go in, or the 7 ball and go in. Okay, so we actually don't need to move any balls. If we can miss the 8, if we land anywhere here, I mean, we want to land here, so because we want the cue ball to be here on the key ball, which is the 11. So miss the 8, miss the 8, miss the 8. Does not miss the 8. So now it gets tricky because now you have to run into the 7. See if we get past the shot line. Here's the shot line. If we're straight in on the shot line or this way, then we can get on the right side of this ball, which is this side of the shot line. So now we can't. So it's tricky. We're on the wrong side of the shot line. So she's thinking about shooting this ball off. You got to hit it with speed, though, and control the 10 and the rock if you're going to shoot this shot. Okay. All right, this is tricky.
Yeah. It's not the easy cut, but
I don't know if you can make the 3 after the 7.
I think you can.
You have to go look at it.
I think there's just enough room to squeeze that cue ball in. But you do want to give yourself a slight angle on it so you can come back up for the 8.
If she's gonna go for the 3, there's gonna be a hit watch. If I'm gonna try to make that 3 after the 7, I'm gonna want to be straight in on that.
Romeo, what's up? What's the question mark, Romeo? Let me know what's going on.
think you don't want to be straight on the 3. Once you
To
hit
make
this,
it, I think you have to.
I don't think you do.
Because that 10 ball is going to become interference again. And that's if it's possible. I don't think there's enough room to make that. The advantage being, if you are straight on the 3, you'll have access to the bottom of the cue ball. You just draw back. As uncomfortable as it could be, you still at least would guarantee yourself a shot if you could make it.
Just playing safe. She's gonna try to pot her 7.
What about a 3 ball? Leave it on the table, Sandra. Very good.
Okay,
Okay,
she
so
meant to make it.
I don't think so. Not this time. Okay, so if you're Sandra and you're playing a safe here, you're telling me that you can't make this ball next, then I'm probably just going to be crossing this ball here, trying to get it by the side, bringing my rock like this. That plays 2 purposes. 1, it gets it by the side pocket for a breakout later. 2, it blocks the return to shoot the 3 if it does go.
I think your ankle's too straight to get that kind of angle.
You can't get there, no problem. Maybe you can't control the 11 good enough, but you can get down there easy. No, don't do that though. Oh boy.
Well, that
Pretty
3
fortunate there.
Yeah, the 3 ball's sitting on the rail. Yeah, it's sitting on the rail, so that's not gonna be easy. She has to go for the 7 next.
Does not have to go to the 7. I might kick this ball, dude. There's 0 chance I miss this ball. If you go here and you hit this rail pretty much anywhere in here, it's gonna play nice. And I think
I think that might be a little high.
my kick percentages are going to be higher than making the 7 percentages. And if you make the ball, it's going to flow nice into the 7. But hit it with some speed. Looks like she's going to play safe again. It always looks crazy, but I don't think it's a hard kick to miss.
She's playing safe.
Like you can hit this, you have probably 8 inches to miss this ball. It's pretty good. Pretty good from there. She did end up blocking the pocket there. Romeo, I don't know what you're saying, dude. Yeah, I don't know if you like practicing your chat or something.
I don't think she did block the pocket. Because you make the 10, just to say you make the 10, bottom left corner, you roll up. That 11 does go by the 3.
Oh, yeah, off the rail, easy too.
Yeah.
But she did block the 10. So that means they got to shoot the 10 first. All in all, it's an okay result.
She's going all the way up.
Stay down.
She's going side. All the way up.
Missed it.
She blocked the pocket.
Maybe it's so close.
No, I think that 7 goes in, no problem.
Hey, she's chewing. Don't chew food when you're playing pool. And also, we talked about this last week. When you play pool, prepare. When you're playing for a lot of money, prepare. Every time I played a match, I went and got pho 3 hours before my match. I want to be a little bit hungry when I'm playing. You think it doesn't matter, but it matters. I'm telling you, when you're playing these kind of things, prepare. And not a lot of people think about food when you eat. But certainly, when you're in one of these matches, you should not be eating. You should not. I repeat. Also, you can tip me for all the pointers. But do not eat.
Look at all you sexy mother.
What's up, baby? And we gingerbreaded this. This is pretty good. Not bad.
No. Cut the 10. Use a little bit of top. You're going to bump the 3, so that should bring your cue ball out.
Just a little stun follow. Stun follow, 2-3 rails. Tink, tink, tink.
Happy birthday, Patrick.
Oh, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, she didn't want to flirt with the side. Got to come with it here a little bit. But in a spot like this, I know how I want to hit my cue ball. Don't roll it. Need a little bit of stun. Not a roll. Not a roll. Not a roll. This looks scary. Don't roll it. Yeah, see, it needs a little bit of stun.
Not easy, though.
Yeah, I mean, you force,
Not the worst lead.
you force, like, if you're Sandra, you make her bank. You do not clear this pocket. You want to make it easy. Leave your 3 there and here. If they bank it and they beat you, they beat you. But don't let them bank the other way. you can come this other way. If there's enough angle, we hit the 3 and then we try to the other way. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which, of course, if you can hit that shot and you full hook them, you do. Go play him. Huh? Who and who? Here. Text Tony. Cool. We might have a scotch match. Oh, she changed it! No, she didn't gin it. But she did block
But
a
she
pocket.
took the pocket.
That's a good way to play that.
Do not make this ball. I do not think you should make this ball.
Or do you make it and call safe?
Do not make
Leave
it.
them on the-
Do not make it and play safe. Keep your ball on the table. It's unnecessary. Just keep the ball on the table.
Just going safe, hitting the left side of the 3. Try to leave the cue ball towards in the pocket.
On the 10.
So there's a little soft kick here available. You can land on top of this ball if the 8 blocks it. But if I can, I'm just gonna slow spin it like this. I feel like my percentages are high enough. We just got challenged, boys. Jose Loma is looking for partners match.
I think I like the kick better than this little soft kick you're talking about.
Well, she might just be coming on this other side. I don't. Okay, so now it goes. There might be a hit watch here. We're probably not going to be able to get close to this 8. We might be able to. I can't tell the angle. We might be able to stun here, but otherwise we're going to be jacked up a little bit here on the next ball. And no gingerbread man.
So just float this 10 in, leave yourself straight for the bottom right corner.
Float. 2 rails.
People think you need a lot of power for the shot. You don't. You can float this in.
Don't float this in. Go 2
You
rails.
can do 2 rails back and
or
forth.
3. I mean, you can float it in, but like, listen, when I play for money, and I don't want to be here. Like, I want to get.
Well, what I'm saying is a lot of people.
See, like that. Right
Okay,
there,
that was better.
that's-
That was better.
You just let it move.
All I'm saying is some people think they want to hold it, they underhit it, and then they're on the opposite rail. She played it perfectly.
You just play this 8 down to the pocket. Just let it go.
It's a big ball, man. 4-4, race to 8. Here we go, Lara. Mirage Mafia. Gingerbread man.
Right in.
5-4.
5-4.
James Hilzer and Jose Loma want to play a little scotch with Tony and Pat. I mean, I probably should, honestly, because I haven't been playing very much.
I mean, I'd watch that.
It'd be a good one.
Yeah, it'd be pretty neat.
Tony told me if James Hilzer, I mean, he just said he works a lot. He said he's just so talented and he could have been one of the best. That's high praise coming from Tony. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Like and share. I didn't hear from the KC guy again. I don't completely disagree with what you said. Yes, I mean, on some of these chats, it's kind of the player's responsibility as far as, at least in the partners one that we do on Friday night, we vet everybody. But I just didn't know, dude. I just went by established Fargos. You know what I mean? All right, here we go. Oh, she's been breaking good, by the way. Is this going to be her first dry break? First dry break. 8 goes in the side of her stripes. I'm probably going to be solids just because of the 5-10. 10 doesn't really have a home. 10, this 5 ball can go in the corner here, which plays nicely for my other balls. If we get good on this ball, that means we get good on these balls, which means we can get on this ball. So I'm probably going to play 2-way shape here on this ball. I'm gonna play to get straight in here, and if I overdrift it, I might take the 3 and then try to play that pattern. But I'm gonna play this ball first. What the plan is, I want to get good on these balls. If I get straight on these balls, I can get that 5 in the corner. I don't think you have to clear the 3. You might have to clear the 3, so it might have to be
4-3 first.
It might have to be 4-3. But
She's looking at the 6. It looks like.
I think. Well, you do the 5. You have to clear the 3 for the 5 to go. So I definitely go 4-3-6 would have been my path. But we can just run into the 5 here, I guess. But that's gonna hit the stripe over by the 1. Getting tough. We got Renee just showed up. She's the 9 o'clock match. Howie's here. Did she? Okay, so she made it.
She made it, but she nudged the 5 up against that 10 there.
Okay.
It might still go, but you gotta land right. Now you got a 1-2 combo to worry about.
Okay, just make this ball. Just make this ball if you can. If you can reach it. You know, a hard ball to reach.
I mean, grab yourself a bridge.
Oh, this is a real tough shot. But dude, she almost got on it, and then she did clear the 5.
She could take the combo here, which would get her to the 5.
Yeah, and it's a back cut combo, so it actually plays nice. Good speed. Decent speed.
Gotta aim it a little better.
That's all right, though. All right, guys, I got to take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Chris is rolling solo.
Solo for now. So yeah, no, it's really a big question of what do you take from here? Oh, we got Kenneth coming back.
Oh, hello,
taking
boys.
place. Look at this man go.
Hello, boys and
Excitedly
ladies.
jumping on the chair. Okay, what do you? So stripes here, right? Where are you going?
I wasn't looking, so I'm curious to see how this got set up. But it looks like she's taking. Can she see the 12 on the side?
She can. Oh, she's going for the corner though. This is wide. I think the trouble with that one is you got that fear of the side pockets crash.
I didn't mind it because you have if you take that ball on the side, you have the 13 to block that cue ball from scratching because it's naturally going to bump off it and usually push it towards the bottom left side of the rail. Sandra could be in some trouble here.
I foresee a safety. I mean, you don't really have much in terms of safeties.
What are you going to do? Just roll up and put it on the rail?
Which I think that's what she was going for. The
Well, I guess really anything can be a natural safety because you're blocking this pocket. Now you have two. Lara has 2 balls on this side for the pocket that's being blocked. So if you're Lara, what would you do here?
Me personally,
I actually don't mind actually just brushing the 12 ball, make the 2 and leave the cue ball sit down there. It's not the greatest thing, but you do take you're blocking the 1 from being made later on in the game.
I mean,
And then you're also not letting her you're forcing her to take the 5 at that point.
I would personally just make it awkward. I would like nudge that 12 ball, try to make the 2. You know,
That's what I just said.
your wording was a little off.
Yeah, you're brushing the 12 ball, making the 2 and leaving the cue ball underneath the 1 ball.
I don't think that would force Sandra to take the 5. It would make it more desirable, but the 1 ball then becomes Sandra's problem. It still is Sandra's problem.
It'd be more of a problem, which would actually make the 5 more desirable because you're pushing the 12 ball in front of the 1 ball.
I suppose so.
So you're actually blocking that 1 ball from being made anyway.
That's fair. I can see that.
See, but if you're going to go for this, if you go for this 14, you actually have a decent angle to actually miss the 5 with some right English, and you come out and bump your 2 balls out of that corner. So you're back in the same position. This is where
At this rate, this is where I'm going to start playing.
stop
6.
taking soldiers off the field. This is where you need to stop doing that.
See, now you're basically now it feels like you're just trying to make balls because you feel like you can keep making balls. You're going to run out, but what's the big question here, right? What are you looking for?
Right. You're
out of
either
this
going to leave
shot?
yourself a bank on the 10 or the 12 or a kick shot to try to make it in either the side or the top left corner.
You could absolutely try to break out here, but you don't have a pocket that breakout's going to lead you to. That 10 and 12 are still going to be stuck by that.
You have to use a lot of top English, and the problem is there's no promise.
You have to find some way to play safe.
Let's get this out of here real quick. So she's taking the 14, top English. See, this is okay. This is where you can break it out. But you have to make sure to make the ball first. There you go.
That's something.
There
right?
you go.
Now, that 2's a bit far out of the pocket to logically be able to make it, right? Or to follow the 10 past
No.
the 2.
So if you
But what you could do, depending on where you are, you might be able to play somewhat of a stop shot on that 10 ball.
if
to
you
make
hit
the 2.
right here on that 2 ball,
It might.
you will follow it in with a draw.
This
Because
is a,
because the 2 ball is going to come out wide and go in. That 10 ball is going to come in, hit it, and then still follow it in.
I would personally say I would call the pocket to be safe, but I'd play a stop shot on the 10. Because if you can play a decent, really good stop shot, that 12 is huge in front of that 5-1.
You just got to make sure to hit this 2 ball full.
Yes.
Just a little bit to the right of it, which is why it peeled out.
I think that's still where I would have played it to, follow it in. I personally like taking the pocket if you play the stop shot, right? That's the trouble, is because you play the stop shot, then Sandra would have been blocked on the only 2 balls she had left on the table.
Yeah.
And now she's left herself a little steep, but it's still workable. The only trouble is that 8 ball. If you can hold it, that 8 ball go in the side. You just gotta hold
Yeah,
it.
you got to hit the soft. You can't overhit it like that. It really does, and this is what a lot of players have trouble with, and I have trouble with it before. You don't have to hit that shot hard.
You don't.
You play that pocket speed with a little bit of a stun, you're gonna hold that cue ball a little bit better for that 8 ball on the side, or even if you come straight and get it all the way to the bottom right. Corner.
A lot of people would be amazed at how far an object ball will travel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough miss right there.
Yeah, because Lara's on the wrong side. She left the ball on the wrong side of the angle. So now Sandra can easily play 5 ball here. The cue ball is going to drift out this way. You can even put a little bit of stun. She's off the rail enough. You can play a little bit of stun, come off, and land the cue ball right here.
I like what she did here, coming off the rail. Though.
Yep.
You get to let out your stroke a little
use
bit
the rail
to make it work.
Use the rail.
Then it goes in the side, no problem.
Yep.
Right? Just like that.
All right.
Sandra here, keeping it even. Right?
We're just going to stay even.
That's why I've been liking these matches. A lot of these matches ended up being, real just neck and neck, back and forth matches. So looks like we're taking a small timeout here. So
A little bit of a break.
Pat asked me earlier what my thoughts on this little $300 tournament, ladies tournament was. What are your thoughts on this? What do you think about this ladies tournament, $300 ladies tournament?
I think it's great. It allows the women to highlight their skill set. Them playing all in one. I know I've seen like a lot of Jill and Jill tournaments, which can do the same thing, but Scotch doubles you can't necessarily highlight your particular skill set. So that's where singles tournaments comes into play, and I think it's great.
I would agree. I mean, that's one of the big things is, in terms of the difference between doubles and singles, right? You are right. You aren't as highlighted in doubles. Your skill set can be highlighted. You can absolutely show off what kind of shots are you good at. Are you good at these cut shots, down the rail shots, bank shots, recovery shots? What kind of shots are you good at? But until you play in a singles tournament, you can't show your consistency.
And it's not only that. So with Scotch doubles, I mean, I agree with you. So, but with Scotch doubles, we're not looking at how you see the table, right? We're only looking at how you see half of the table, half of that rack, quarter of the rack, because half of the balls are yours, the other half is your opponent's. So it's really only a quarter of the rack that we're looking at how you would run that out. In a singles tournament, we really see your pattern come to life. How are you going to play this? How are you going to run this out? Are you going to play safety? Are you going to duck behind this ball? Are you going to bank at this? How aggressive are you going to be? Scotch doubles tends to be a little more, I'd say, defensive to a degree, but I think singles really can highlight actually a little more aggressiveness.
I would agree. Yep. That's a really good way to put it. All right, so back from the little timer, the little break. We just got to the break with Sandra. Good amount of motion. We still got a good amount of tables that stayed up by the head spot there. But I think one of the tough parts here is just not
If
making the
you
ball.
can make this 9-ball off the 11 by just kind of squeezing it in there,
Soft, very soft.
it's very soft to leave yourself for the 11. I like it.
Yeah, that's what she's looking at here. Touch of right. Oh, that's tough, right? Because the tough part with that shot is you were hindered by the 6.
Yes.
And but if you weren't, you would have touched that 11, which would have pushed the 11 out, pushed the cue ball out. You would have had a better chance to have shape. But now we're at a point where the rack is still open, and the cue ball is in a very, very undesirable spot. There's not much of a ball here, except maybe the 14 that I would personally feel comfortable after going to make. I would be looking for, a safety that I can play here, or something like that, which is difficult because it's open.
Yeah, it's hard to play a safety when it's open.
But
To try to tie up 2 balls, still hit a rail, or tie the cue ball up and still hit a rail is difficult. If she can see this 3, I don't mind it, but yeah.
But I think that's where,
So
it's not as common. You don't see it as often, but
Yeah.
there are times where on an open table you absolutely should play a safety,
absolutely.
right?
I'm just
But
saying
you have to
it's
be able
it's
to play
harder to
harder.
do. Yeah, you have to be very precise in how you go about it because it is open. So like if she tried to play the 3 and try to hold the cue ball underneath the 4, like hook it on the 4 and the 15 by chance. I mean, you might still have the 11, or if you only hook it on the 4, you have the 15 cut. Like there's a lot that can go wrong with a safety play on an open table.
Exactly. But if you have no easy way to define a suit, that's all you're going to have, right? Now, being able to make the 7 there, that's where if you can define a suit, absolutely define a suit. So that's what Laura did. And now she has the option to be able to shoot this 5 down in the corner. It's a little bit of a touchy shot. She's bridging over a ball, but she's also very close to that 5, so you got to be careful with these.
Yeah.
She did play the shot well, but she just
outside.
didn't make it. But if you can make that 5, you could be out. I mean, a little bit tough.
That's
because-
tough. I mean, only because
It's there,
it's the 4 ball that becomes tough.
But the thing is, from here with that 4 ball, because you just went for the 5, now you can play that 2, or you can play that 1, then you play the 2, and then you actually play the 6 if you can hold it. You play the 6 to hit the 3. That 3 breaks out the 15. Depending on what soldiers you have left at that point, depending on what route you decided, it is a possible out. Very difficult, but possible. I don't know if I liked that. I mean,
I didn't like
you need
touching it.
something, but you just pushed that 4 closer to the 15.
I'm fully hitting. I'm putting a bunch of top on that ball. I'm trying not to hit the 10, or
Yeah.
if anything, just slide it over a little bit. But I'm really trying to get myself on the 11. The 10, I think, does go by the 3, so this actually might not. It might work out. She has the angle to come off the rail with some top English, bump into the 15 to break that out, but you have to hit it hard enough to where you actually come out of that pack.
You also have to have a lot of right. You have to be able to drive that forward.
I think you have the angle just to use top.
See, because that was basic topspin. The inertia.
I don't
takes
think
it
I
off
don't
the
think
rail.
she hit it with a clean stroke.
Think so?
You have to stroke through that ball and get that ball.
It has to be smooth for sure. Now,
because if you just punch it, then you're not going to get the effect that you want.
yeah, no, it has to be smooth for sure. But the problem is with the angle, you're going into the rail, which means you're coming out of it.
So she's
So-
taking. She looks like she's taking the 10 ball. I Don't agree with that. You have the angle for the 13 in the side. The 13 goes by the 9. You have the angle.
But what would it leave you, right? That's the question.
You play the stop shot. If you play the stop shot, you actually then have the 10 closer to make the 10 in the corner come up for the 14 in the side. As far as the 15 goes, that's a different story.
You're kind of stuck. So it's really, she might have played that miss intentionally. I would have much rather missed that shot so that I still have my soldiers on the table to be able to have some options down the road when I get back to the table.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think if you're Lara, you like everything that's happening. I mean, yes, the 4 can be difficult, but everything's in a very favorable position. You roll up for this 2, you take the 1 in the side, you come off the rail, come back for the 6, but you got to leave yourself an angle to get to the 3 to break out the 4.
although one alternate option with that is with where Laura landed, she could absolutely take the 1, but she might have been lining up for the 4-3 combo. With that angle, the 4 actually drifts out towards the center of the table, and the whole rack opens up if you play that combo. And you then don't have to worry about a breakout because you're just making a combo.
Right.
In this case, it's still not a bad miss. I mean, you still have that tied up 15 for stripes. You might be able to solve it here, but I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's worth it.
So it depends on where you're hitting on the cue ball. Now she's tied up on the rail, so she's going to be hitting top. You know, you can make this in the side. If you have the angle, you want to hit the 8-ball full to push the 15 towards the corner. But what most likely what's going to happen is you're going to brush the side of the 8-ball, which
If you're
she hit that really soft.
So now the question is,
Does it go
it
by
looks
the
like
6?
It looks like it passes barely, but it's then going to leave you pretty much nothing on that 15.
Yeah, I don't. Unless you play a stop shot, then you might have just a baby carom.
She tried to get
I
over.
didn't like it.
It's tough. That's a very
Yeah,
small space to land. I don't know. It's definitely tough. Well, good luck in your match. Kind of heading out to go play a match. Looks like Sandra tried to play a pitch shot with a lot of left hand spin, which is really all she had there. I mean, there might have been a multi-rail shot, so tough, but with ball in hand, this isn't necessarily the easiest of outs. You still have this combo that you have to worry about. That's kind of what Laura might be looking to get out of the way, or does she choose to play safe? Break it out, try to leave something a little more desirable. What ball do you start with here? It's like she's starting with the 2. You do have to be careful about where you go and how you get on this combo. Ash and I agree it's definitely a fight here. This match has been neck and neck the whole time. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth, some safety plays, some misses. Laura choosing to make the 1 ball her key ball is a good out here. You just have to hold shape for this 4 ball. Don't mind this. Coming out for the 1 simple shot, 1 on the side, leave you natural angle on the 4 to come out for that 8 ball. If you have angle to cheat the pocket here, you could choose to drift a little more towards the 4 and try to shoot the 8 ball all the way down in the corner, taking a long shot there. But the best option here is to just take your time, take it slow. This is not a run out to use a lot of speed on. At this point, all you're worrying about is just let that 4 drop and let the cue ball come out for the 8. It's natural shape, super simple, super easy. Running into the 8, but not necessarily a bad thing. The 8 still goes down in the bottom. Play this simple. If you, for some reason, miss this, you rattle this, you can just leave the cue ball on the side rail. Sandra won't have much. Unless you miss it like that. Tough miss. With those long table shots, you really got to take your time. You definitely can't hit them too hard and worry about overrunning and not having an easy shot or a good shot into the corner pocket on that distance. Laura makes the 8 ball to yet again take the lead, 6-5, favor of Laura. Winter break format, Laura will be breaking here. So she's had pretty good breaks so far. She's made a ball on pretty much every break except for one, maybe two of them. So hopefully she can keep up, that ability to have a nice widespread break, but we'll see when she gets to it. It's like we're up to 46 viewers now. Thanks everybody for joining us. For those of you that want to run by, we do have a tournament coming up soon, shortly, about 7:30 tournament. So if you want to come on by, play a nice little $20 tournament, see some of this live, get some nice good food. Cheeseburgers are awfully good today. Here we go, roaring into the break. Laura with a head ball break is what she's been using majority of the time here, but ends up scratching in the side. One of the big things you don't want to do on the break. You see, we still got a lot of good movement on the break, but it's one of the big disadvantages. Sandra electing to take stripes. Very workable. Toughest shot here is going to be that 10 ball. 12 ball's up kind of by the corner. Should be easy to get to when she can get around to that top rail. That 9 ball, getting it out of the way here. Does end up hitting 2 ball on the way out. Kind of looks like Sandra's doing a bit of firing at these balls. Nerves, or she could just be feeling a run out here. But then you start getting into this weird rhythm. You kind of get stuck in this space where you're going to end up running out of space to actually land in where you want to be for position. Now we've got a ball with no pocket. We've got that 13 ball. It's going to be really hard to get to without something like ball in hand. This is the kind of space where you elect to start looking at safeties. If you're having trouble, it looks like that's what she played here. Tried to get up on that 15, and it's not a bad space to land. I don't really mind this, but you got to get closer to that 15. Laura might have the 6 on the side, but she definitely has the 4 in the corner. She will have to solve that 2 and possibly that 7 ball. All about landing. Pass gets good side on the one here. Touch angle can come out off the rail. She can elongate this out. She can push this shot out. She might be able to get over that 7-2. But not much after that. You have to get over right, or you got to just play it simple, come out for the 6 ball. Just walked into the pocket. She was electing to play safe. She called safe on that shot. Not a bad place to call safe. Leaving Sandra a real tough spot to be in. Depending on what Sandra elects here, she might end up breaking out a few balls for Laura. But if she can find a way to make a ball run out, I'd be quite surprised. Looks like she's banking this 15 or playing safe on it. Don't mind that. Leaves Laura tough. Kind of leaves the table in the same position, just leaves the ball in a tough spot. It's one of those simplistic safes, you know. Keep everything in the same area. Don't move too much around. You know, don't change up too much. If you're gonna change anything, try to tie up your opponent's balls, but you know, it'd be really hard to do when you don't have enough on the table. Pat, going back in the booth a little bit here, Alexa.
6-5, getting tight.
Seen a little bit of interesting position play on this one so far.
And Lara's right.
Yep, Laura's up. She's solid. Both of them have elected to take a few balls when it might have been better to play safe. But, you know, we're down to 3 balls each, basically playing fast 8 here.
Here we go. Fast 8.
Laura playing safe, just pushing the 5 near a pocket, though. I like that. You know.
Tony likes this high chair so you can see the table. All right, who stripes?
Sandra, she's up to the table now. I think she's electing. I don't know if she's electing to make this or just push the ball up past and try to just leave her safe.
Not bad. Might be better if it frees dead, but we might have a free little bank here.
That little 2 ball.
Yeah.
That could be an
Oh,
out.
she's doing it.
Gotta leave the 7 all the way down, and then you
Well,
got
I
the
mean,
5 for shape.
it seems like it's safe, but we can make the 13 and play safe, or we can kick and you're going to be in a bloodbath. So, I mean, but I do shoot it, and I feel confident with it. But play to win. I'm going to try. I think I can roll this ball, and I want to come off the rail about 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches. And perfect speed. It's the ball, though. But you can't play safe. Tricky little spot. I wonder if you can nestle in between those 2 balls right there. I think I might risk it.
I personally feel like I'd risk the cross corner on the 10 ball behind the 2. I think there's enough room for it to pass, and if you can cross corner that, you're out. You've got 15 ball in the corner, and then
You must play good. So, I think you're right, but it's fucking tough.
It's tough, but it's definitely a risk.
Okay, so she said, "All right, Lara, get on the 7. See if you can." Big game. Who's gonna get to the hill first? 6-6, or Lara gets to the hill. Get on the 7, and we didn't. But if we're not jacked up, this might play all right. We are jacked up a little bit, though.
It's a tough move to get up above the 7. 7 doesn't really have a place to bank either. You don't have much for safeties, but all of Sandra's ball is kind of out.
Nah, we gotta try to get lucky and get on this ball. But it sucks because you're jacked up. Yeah, you really gotta bear down getting on the 7 there.
She's looking at trying to spin this out, go maybe 1-2 rails.
Yeah, even with your guys' fancy low deflection shafts, it's still gonna deflect jacked up like this.
Yeah, you're jacked up on a ball, everything's increased,
To be fair, I have the fancy low deflection shaft.
Yeah, I think we're seeing,
Like with
gonna
those
try to come in here, and come out this way, come up above it.
stuff because you'd like to
Yeah.
dig in, and when you're jacked up digging in with a spin, like good luck, dude. It's just
Yeah.
tough. Imagine back in the day when you had to have a wood shaft. The ball's really deflected.
But you had other things you could do with it back then.
What do we do here? I mean, this should be game over.
Yeah, I mean, just make the 13. You just make the 13 and then the 15 and the 10.
No, 10 then 15. I don't
10,
think the 15 goes.
Oh, you might be right on that.
Do we know if it hit a rail?
Yeah, so the 7 came up and it looked like the 15 went into the rail, then up against the 10.
Okay. Yeah, but we can't. We have to get on the 10 first there, not the 15. I mean, just get to the middle of the table here. What's okay?
That'll work. Kind of stuck on it, but make this work.
Hi guys.
What up?
How you doing?
Stefan's coming down if you guys want to play partners or something.
Who?
Stefan? Sharks guy. He's coming down. I don't know if Shark's coming too, but
Me and Jose were looking for something. So
yeah. Let me finish this match. I'll come talk to you guys. But you'll get something for sure.
what do you got here? The women's?
Yeah, it's the women's event. 6'5", race to 8. Round of 32. She made it.
Tony is not coming in tonight again, huh?
He might.
Right?
I'll tell him that you want him to come down.
Yes. Tell him I would like him to come. I'd like to shake his hand. Let's see. If you would.
All right, this is a big shot here. 6'5" or 6'6". 15,000 in this event, and Shorty got
Misses
back.
it.
Well, that was a big shot here. James, you go 2 rails with inside English here on the 5. You get on the 7, or you just go 1 rail. All right, two rails inside English.
Yeah.
Tony told me James Hills or this guy right here would have been one of the best if he didn't have like work and life obligations. He said you were super talented. That's big praise.
I love
Tony.
Tony too. That's why
That's big praise, dude.
I'm happy to hear to see him. He's a great guy.
Yeah, that was big.
Tony's the best guy in the world. He's a straight up best guy in the world.
Awesome.
And you too, is from what I hear.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. She went 1 rail.
That works.
Here we go. Just make the ball. Game to get to the hill.
You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
It's
You, Britt, man.
and everything you guys do.
Thank you,
That's
man.
great.
Appreciate it. All right, that's gonna
Everything
be,
over the internet is awesome.
I appreciate you, brother. All right, that's gonna be 7-6. Lara, big game. She's on the hill.
First to the hill. This is coming very similar to our match from earlier between Mandi and Isabel. This is about where we were at the end.
It was 5-5, right? This
It-
was 5-5 too.
Yeah, this one came out to 5-5, and then Laura just got the last 2. So very similar. That's what I've been liking to see. It's been a lot of close back and forth matches. It's something that's like you kind of get that suspense. It can go either way. Kind of get to see the best out of both players.
Here we go. Brian said, "Clutch, clutch it." Brian, come down sometime this week, dude. I don't care what the amount is we play for. I need to hit some on the bar box. Jose Palma in the building. Looking for some gamble. He's been to the gym.
Flexing it lately. Brian out here saying Tuesday. You might come out for you Tuesday.
What's up?
We're looking for doubles action, me and James.
Okay, Stefan's coming down, so him and Shark will play, or I'll play, or Tony will
No,
play.
no, 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 no. Hey, that Shark guy, he's a pro, dude.
Okay, well then maybe Stefan and Tony. They're up. Stefan's coming down, so we'll work some out.
Yeah. We drove 84 miles to come and look for action.
Yeah, you
Nobody except
Shark.
it's because that guy's a pro.
He is
dude.
a pro.
He plays on the World Cup of pool and shit. Like, Dude, I fucking play on like Wyoming Open and shit.
Me and Jose Loma are Wyoming Open players.
Hey, are you live?
Yeah, we're live.
Ooh, who's playing?
It is 7-5, round of 32, 15,000 in the women's championship. So it's today, right now.
Hey guys, good evening, everybody. Jose Loma here in the booth with Patrick Roy and
Chris Brett.
Chris. That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure. I don't
Believe in yourself.
no, I do believe in myself. Last time I believed in myself, he took us for 300.
Only?
You remember that?
Yeah.
I asked him, I'm like, who are you? I'm like, Sheree. I'm like, oh, I know you. Fucking play on the World Tour.
Oh, good shot there.
Wow, he split
Oh,
the needle
yeah.
on that, huh?
Ladies event.
Ladies
All in.
event.
32 women put in $300.
Wow.
Then they had a $8,000 Calcutta too. 500 and under. 32
Ew.
players, $300 buy-in. This is the third week of the opening round. Wow. Yeah,
Good
she
chunk of change, huh?
Yeah. Sandra needs to come with it a little bit. Lara's on the hill. The Mirage Mafia. They're 1 for 1 so far. Amo's good too.
Yeah, Amo's good. Last night I was listening to Amo and Tony.
Dude, Amo
On
and Tony are good.
Martine and
Yeah.
Larry Jr. and shit.
Yeah.
I kept on like this. I was on my bed and I was like
Yeah, you say something, you know.
trying to stay up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Watch 5 minutes of that, you learn something.
Oh, what do we got here? Shooting the 7. Oh, plays it safe. Pretty good safe here.
Wow.
You just
When she
do
got the
something.
13 ball?
Yep. 13 only. So what's up? Is this one of those, Jose, where you're not trying to do too much, you make it and reevaluate? Like if you're in this spot, are you
I
trying
mean, honestly, if I was in this spot, I would just focus on the pot. I mean, obviously, it looks like the 4 ball's right there in front of the 12 ball, right?
Yep.
So obviously, with the angle coming off the rail, I mean, you should bump into that 12 ball,
but you're taking a chance to make the 13. You're not trying to do too much, but
Yeah.
you're trying to shoot the 13.
yeah, just. Yeah, just
Did she call that?
Nope.
Off the
No.
I think she was going for a safe there, try to get the ball
Okay, so
above.
this is a nice little opportunity for solids. This 5 does go in the corner. This 5 goes here. So I'm trying to get on this 5 as soon as I can.
You know, I would get on with that with a 3 ball, right?
Like right
That-
now?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Actually,
or
she
maybe
might
with
be going.
the 2 ball with the tatted.
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Jose was saying play it like this.
Yeah.
And then if you get on it,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
stop
yeah.
shot out.
It's
It's
a
stop,
double.
stop, stop. Yeah, I like your pattern off the 3.
Though Sandra might have been going for the 5 in the side, because I think it passes that 14-7.
Oh, the other side.
No,
He's in the back. I'm gonna go have him. Loma, jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Teach me a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So Jose Loma here live on Piazza's Live. The women's Friday.
Saturday
Saturday night.
matchup, you know, for Saturday
Yeah.
Smackdown or something. I don't know what they're calling it.
So we are here, guys. We are live. So let's see.
On stripes again. Now this is
That 13 ball,
Yeah.
kind of just play it. Take your medicine. Focus on the pot. Right? Bump into that 12 ball. Looks like. Ooh. Wow. Where are all the comments at? I want to see who says what's up, Loma. Who's up? Let's see.
sometimes it doesn't populate.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta refresh.
So we are here, guys, on the Saturday night women's series, right?
Yes, I think it's the Saturday series. At least that's what I'll call it. Bit of back and forth here.
So we're here, guys, holding it down, hanging out at Piazza's sports bar here. Chris?
First time I've officially met you.
Yeah. Saloma here.
Seen some of your matches, seen some of your play.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Thanks, man. We're here. So what are they shooting? The 10 ball?
Ball
Oh
there.
wow. What she got? Looks like she got behind that 8 ball.
Put a touch of left on that, get over, but
Yeah, of course. To that
Yeah.
12 ball, it looks like on the floor there by the side, but
now you're stuck with some awkward combo that
You know-
like 14 to 15.
yeah,
Doesn't
you can
look
you
much.
can shoot the 15 in the side with the 14, but you don't know what the 14 is gonna do.
Plus, you got to give it a touch angle so that cue ball can get tied up.
Of
you know?
course. Of course. Ooh.
Thinking about it. One thing I've noticed before, she tends to like back up.
Right,
in a
right,
tough
right,
spot,
right.
And she then starts thinking about a safety.
Right.
You know, sometimes she takes it, sometimes she doesn't, but ultimately it's something that, like, these are those moments where I would prefer playing a safety.
Right. Well, did
Well,
she
look at
call
that
that?
combo.
Wow.
And she,
She's not left with a
oh,
big
no,
reward,
she,
but
she didn't call that actually.
yeah, but she's
It's like Sandra
okay.
back to the table.
Okay. I was gonna say you
Yeah.
got the 13 bank there, but you don't want to send a shout out to Piazza's Italian restaurant and sports bar, for making all this happen, for the pool players, We got it's just
These are some of
insane.
the best tournaments, right? Like
Yeah.
watching the Friday night fight series, that big doubles tournament.
Yeah.
These just small doubles ones that they do. Like, I'm excited to get in and watch the Stevie Chan Memorial Tournament.
Yeah, no. Yeah. For real. What is that? September 11th, I believe?
Something like that, yeah. I'm for sure I was gonna, I played in it last year, but then self confidence went down this year. So
Yeah.
But-
So for that weekend, I'll actually be flying out to Dallas. I got to go visit my mother, but if it wasn't for that, I would be playing.
you'll I think to pop on and watch the stream.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're opening up to 128 players. I think last year it was
96.
96
Yeah.
players. They're starting it on Thursday. So last year I think they had like $60,000 in the pot. So if you have not registered or pay your entry fee, sorry, please make sure you do so, because it will be an event that you do not want to miss for sure. All the big dogs of the big dogs will be playing that tournament.
That's the tournament to watch,
Yeah, that's
Every
your
year
yeah.
they-
That's your tournament to watch, or that's your tournament to play in for sure.
And if you feel confident in yourself, you feel like you can take it, hop on in on it. I went in last year and
Yep.
I wasn't anywhere near the best player, but I learned a lot playing.
Yeah,
it,
for sure. For sure.
I only went, 2 and out,
For sure.
but both my matches were 7-4. I had to play Drew Cruz on one of them.
For sure.
He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
There were a couple mess ups he had that I went through, and I had to take advantage of those, right? You have
For
to take
sure.
advantage of those misses.
For sure, you have to.
Yeah.
Anytime you get your opponent, has a mistake or something,
You have to
You-
capitalize on
you
it.
got to
yeah.
capitalize. It's not always easy, but if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Oh, right.
That's what I live by. Like,
If it was easy, we'd all have them U.S. Open glass trophies,
of course.
Probably be using mine as a mirror to shave or something.
For sure. All right, so let's see what she does here in the 3 ball. I think she's cutting that in the side.
No, I think she was going to see if she could pot it in the corner.
Oh wow, that's an interesting shot, because she can take the 10 ball, and it's kind of like a 2-way. Even though they miss, they got the 14 in the side. If they make it, and then they should be like home free, right?
Well, and I like this anyway. I mean, with the spacing, that 10 ball, all I'm going to do is just try to touch that rail, come out just a little bit, and then make the 14, and I'm out.
For sure.
You don't have to do anything fancy on this. You don't have to go
Yeah,
wild.
it's a 2-way here.
Heck, you just hit this with low, and you don't, just maybe over lag speed a little more and push it.
Wow.
That's the risk, right? Trying to hold her, trying to go forward.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a little bit of a drag stroke, but we'll see what there's still a little bit of a safe here. If they shoot that 14 ball, up in this corner here,
Yeah.
with pocket speed.
Yeah, shooting that guy.
Yeah, shooting that 14 ball, with pocket speed up in this area, the cue ball should land somewhere in this area. But I mean, it's a tough shot, because you gotta gauge your speed, and you gotta gauge your stroke. It
Not
takes
to mention, you got to be comfortable with where you're gonna leave that. I think that's what she went for. That aim that'll get you there.
for sure.
Doesn't leave it easy though, right?
Where's your clear button? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, then just click the.
Nice.
I'm still getting used to it too.
So what do you like, Chris? Here, would you like the cut here, to here, or would you like the back cut to the side and go 3 rails here?
I think so. I guess mine's a little unorthodox, but I really like here. So it looks like we're looking at the cut. This angle, I think I like a little more banking this with, getting it over here and just stunning out this area right here. But you have
Ooh.
to be able to control it.
Cut it.
Oh,
Wow.
so close.
That's not a bad shot there.
Yeah. Well, and the
Wow.
next part with the cut, and it's a little easier for me to see when I'm behind it, but that leaves you great natural shape. And you look at that natural shape, you didn't miss by much.
So what do you do here, Chris? Do you take the bank up table? What do you do here?
Go to follow it in or play safe, just like that. She beat me to it. Sandra, I guess I don't know, in my eyes, I think I've seen Sandra's had a bit of a tough time with these distance shots. So that's kind of the question of knowing your opponent, right? If they're having difficulty with with those distance shots, you'll they're having distance with the difficulty with those distance shots, you leave them those distance shots.
So what do you do here, Chris? Do you just take your poison and cut it over there?
I'd say,
What a shot!
Look at this go.
Wow,
Look at Sandra go.
that is fire.
Right there.
Where's the fire?
Right, fire button right there. Come on.
Where's the
Up, up.
fire?
There we go.
Wow.
Just
What
fired it in.
How did Sandra just win?
She just cut that 8 ball in the side, 50-yard line.
How'd you make the strike?
She didn't. No, she was solid. Sandra was solid.
Oh, 7-6.
7-6 for now.
7-6.
Wow, that was a
Neck
killer
and
shot.
neck.
That was a killer shot, Chris. Wow.
Those ones are always just fun to watch, right? It's the distance, the speed. I found the speed a little interesting, but if you got nothing to lose at that point, just cut it in. Just make that ball. Laura tried to leave her distance because she'd seen, there were a lot of distance shots Sandra had missed earlier in the match, so she might have been going off of that, thinking it was going to be tougher for her.
Wow.
But Sandra just hit that. She gave it a good speed to make sure that the cue ball did not deviate from the line.
That was a killer shot,
That
dude.
was amazing.
I mean, she had to have thrown some type of inside or something on it. Killer shot.
Not to mention, keep it not only out of the corner pocket there, keep it out from moving around too far where it might scratch somewhere else.
Yes, sir. So the score is 7-6. Lara versus Sandra Padilla, right? 7-6. Looks like we got a little TV timeout here.
Yep.
So we just want to thank Piazza Sports Bar and Italian Restaurant here for holding down all these events that, every other week they got 1,100 and under, 1,200 and under,
Some nice big tournaments anybody can come
Yeah,
play in.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Like, if you guys want to get out here, like, Piazza's is the place to be. Okay?
Yeah, it's I always like watching the Friday Night Fight series. I mean, heck, we were talking earlier. We've been liking how they were able to put on this ladies tournament. Give them their chance to actually show what they're made of. Show their skill, their knowledge base. Because you really think about it, you don't get a lot of that in the pool industry. You get ladies tournaments, but they're not advertised as much. So
For sure. So I just want to take a minute here to send a shout out to my brother, Alex Loma. Tuning in from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yesenia Gomez, tuning in from about 84 miles out. I love you. We are here at Piazza Sports Bar. The score is 7-6. Lara versus Sandra.
Yep.
What do you think, Chris?
Personally, I think this go either way. I would probably lean a little more to Lara because she plays more safes, right?
Yeah.
She plays a lot of those. She's really good at those longer distance shots, so you can't just leave her at the bottom of the table. You have
It's
to leave her.
yeah,
on the
it's
rail.
it's brutal action. Brutal action.
Oh, Nikki, sorry about that. It was just a great little cut shot for right above right above that that line there up in the corner.
My wife, I love you. I love you too, Yessie. I love you a lot. Thank you for tuning in. I'm happy.
Right?
I'm happy, Chris. We are here commentating some good pool action in the best pool hall that we can probably commentate in Piazza Sports Bar. We are here live. We are here live, ladies and gentlemen. So
Got some good matchups.
for sure. Oh wow.
We're electing to take stripes.
Stripes, huh? So what do you think she does in that 15 ball? Looks like that 13 ball is a little bit nestled there.
I think she's gonna try to pass out the 14.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
surprise there.
That was interesting there.
Yeah. What do you do from here? I mean, because the big question is, does that 13 pass the 8? I know the 14 does, but can you get to it? But I'd much rather shoot the
I don't
14
know.
to the left there.
The 13 ball I don't think passes the 8,
Yeah.
but the 14 ball does go on the corner pocket where the 11 ball is at.
Yeah,
How they get to it,
it's
I don't know. But
The other problem here is the 11 ball. It is possibly makeable, but it's going to be a very difficult shot to get to.
oh
man.
wow.
That one just snuck in, wiped its feet, as Tony
Wow.
says, right before it falls in, right?
Two.
Look, it's time.
Wow. Amazing atmosphere here in Piazza Sports Bar as always. I mean, it's just incredible.
I think she's shooting at the 13 here. It might pass. Not like that, though. It's a tough
So what do you
spot
think
now.
she takes here, Chris? You think she takes that 3 ball all the way down?
She might. She's been known, like, we saw her try a few of those earlier. Personally, I'd be more inclined to try to find some sort of safety, right?
For sure, right? Maybe with that 2 ball, maybe drift it
Yeah.
downstairs.
If you shoot that 2 into the 6, you might be able to get the cue ball to follow it up against the rail and nudge up against the 2.
Yeah, maybe hit the 2 ball here. Trying to draw it up here, but not working out.
Yeah, shoot. Be able
Okay.
to shoot this way.
There you
get the
go.
cue ball to nestle and the cue
There
ball
you
to
go.
come up like this.
Actually, that shot that she had was not bad at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that 10 ball is a on the side. That was a tough shot.
One of those routine misses.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. For
Usually
sure.
you miss it, you're going to miss it pretty much just like that. The advantage being it stays in front of that side pocket. It's like Sandra's going for the 3 on the side. At that point, you might just be trying to pop balls, but it works out, creates a whole breakout. Now, that might benefit Sandra in the future. She can find a way to get to the 7 ball. She might be able to get behind that 2-6 ball, find a way to break it out or shoot him down in the corners. Sandra played a pretty great shot there, was able to push the 4 out from behind the 11, so now it goes. But now the big question is how do you get to that 2-6?
Yeah, for sure.
You might be able to use the 7.
Ooh.
Might have been the lean that got her. That's one of those shots. If you're kind of leaning too much, you might want to go grab a break.
Right. She was probably thinking about that 7 ball going off the rail here. Let's see if I can draw it up here. Maybe 7. Trying to make that 7. Trying to come off the rail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, break it out a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
able
yeah.
to use your rail.
Sometimes those shots are very. Sometimes those shots are very. You know,
You know, finicky.
they're cute,
Yeah.
but all right. Well, let's see here.
She might be able to do that now, right? And that might be what she's looking at.
Yeah, maybe they're on the 13 ball here, right?
As they so well, so she's solid.
Maybe 13 ball. Maybe maybe a cue ball here. Depending on the angle, maybe punch out and try to get that 14 ball. What do you think, Chris?
No, I think she's solid. So Laura just
Oh,
missed,
she's
yeah.
solid.
Laura just missed this 11 right here. Sandra, ooh, she might be looking at this one.
Oh, okay.
There's a touch of angle on this one. You're gonna end up in this area if you try to follow it, right? You're gonna end up over here. Be a tough little shot to get out of. But oh wow, she ends up nestling right up against the 2-6. All Laura has is this ball right here. So we're gonna see what she can do with it, right?
That's a tough shot because what is she doing after? Unless she goes let me see here, see if I can draw it up. If she can go 3, 2. You know what I mean?
Get up top.
Yeah. But
I mean, she's got the room for her cue.
yeah,
But at that point, it looks like she was just trying to go for the make, right?
for sure.
So ultimately, like for that, I would have just played it down, right? Nudged it so that the cue ball kind of nudged the ball out over here, and the cue ball itself kind of drifted down here.
Yeah.
Played a little bit of a safe.
That's not a bad shot.
Bad lead, yeah. Not a bad space to be. I think Sandra might be able to see that 4 ball up here. And she'll be able to come out, just let it drift out. She'll have the option for the 5. Shoot that
You
down
know,
this
Chris, I just want to send a shout out to everybody that is the 52 viewers that are watching us here, hearing us out. You know, that's an amazing feat in its own. You know, we are here at Piazza's Live Women's Series. We are here, Chris and Jose Loma in the booth holding it down. Thank you guys for spending your Saturday night with us here. Well, yeah, Saturday night, 7:27 in the evening. But we're here commentating and
Watching
share.
some good pool, you know?
Yeah, feel free to share. Share, guys. We got 53 views right now. Let's get it up to 100.
Like, subscribe, you know? Come
For
in,
sure.
grab some spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh my God!
Look at that thin head right there.
You know, not to mention Mama's spaghetti.
Oh,
or
the mama's pasta.
Mama's
Ooh.
pasta. Oh my God,
That stuff is amazing.
that stuff is amazing. You know, more times than not, I get a to-go box with that, but I try to
Eat it all.
hound it down. But
I took some spaghetti and meatballs home last night, and oh,
yeah,
that's
amazing.
the only stuff you can properly reheat.
Yeah,
in
for sure,
microwave.
for sure.
Laura
Amazing.
might have an out here.
What
If
do
she
you-
rolls forward just a little bit on this 13,
What do you,
lands here.
on stripes, huh? Do you think
Yeah.
she'll run into that 8 ball though, or
It
do you think
depends on
she'll,
how she plays it.
or do you think she'll play it at a speed where that 8 ball might hold her to shoot that 14 ball up table or in the side? What do you think?
Oh, it looks like she's going
Oh,
for
no.
the 10, so we're not even thinking
Oh,
what
wow.
she's thinking here.
Okay, so we might, yeah.
But what do you do now? Oh, actually, I
That
speak too
14
soon.
ball, right?
Yeah, you shoot here with some follow. Come up this way right there. You got
Yeah.
that, and if you get the right angle, cue ball just drifts up for the 8 right here. Laura might have it. You just have to play this right.
Yeah,
I
Oh.
think this is a speed shot, right? This is one of those you
yeah.
don't
Or what happens
rock
if she
that.
takes the shot up here and shoots it with draw? You think she'll make that 8 ball?
she'll run it. I think she might nudge the 2, but she might run into that 8 ball.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's not a bad way to leave the shot, right? That's not a bad way to sit there and you shoot that up there, and now the 7's blocked on that pocket. Sandra doesn't really have much. But what Sandra could do is she could nudge the 7 into the 13, put that 13 into the pocket. But it's risky because of where that 14 is. Perfect. What kind of kick shot you see here to get a good hit? I don't know if I see much.
That's tough action. That 2 ball is a little bit full there. I think she's just gonna nestle that 8-ball in to that fucking. Excuse my language. There you go.
I think what she's banking on here is for Sandra not to run out, right? Because she's got these tough balls. She's got this 2-6.
Yeah, but why would you not take ball in hand and take that 6-ball on the side?
Or even better, what I like here.
Yeah, that's brutal action.
Yeah, I would put the cue ball behind this 2 right here.
I know, Chris.
Right
but,
over
but
here.
that is brutal action.
Yeah.
You know why? How's it going?
Good, how you doing, man?
Oh, we're here commentating live on these houses.
But the thing is that you can run it out, and then you would have been able to take that 7 for the 6.
So were they on the 8-ball?
So Laura actually was stripes, but she potted her own ball, hoping that Sandra would give her another chance, which she did. But now all it is for Sandra to.
Oh, that's ball in
That's
hand.
ball in hand with Laura on the hill.
That is no way. How does that happen?
Gosh, that's the only thing that saves you here is ball in hand is hard, right?
Yeah, but it happened.
But it happened, right? That is tough.
Wow. She slow played the 1-ball.
Yeah.
She did not make contact. And it's ball in hand.
I would have nudged up over here on this 5, right?
Yeah,
With the cue ball up here.
you lose any other way. Lose to
Yeah.
a bank, but not a ball in hand. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
For the win. Pretty riveting. We've had close matches all
ahead,
day,
somebody-
so
Go ahead and put some-
All right, guys. We'll be back live at 8:50. I'm gonna let Chris and Jose wrap it up, whatever they want to say. But otherwise, I will be live at 8:50.
that was very
was,
intense.
That was brutal action.
You can't just play safeties that fast.
You
right?
cannot.
Gotta,
You
gotta
cannot.
take your time with it.
You cannot. But I mean, you live and you learn, right?
Yep.
Hopefully, they learned something from this match. But hey, it was a pleasure commentating with you, Chris.
Good to meet
We're
you.
here at Piazza's Live here Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. We will be coming live at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock with the next match, guys. So hopefully,
Shania
guys,
and Renee.
Yes.
Next.
eat your Wheaties, eat your fruit roll-ups. We are here live with Jose Loma and Chris.
Remember, kids, eat your vegetables and do your homework.
And spray weed killer to the backyard.
Always.